Alright, we're back and desperately trying to fix the mic issue. Sorry about that. And it's not fixed. God damn it. One, cool. Alright, here's for another attempt here. Hopefully. No. Still not good. Mic testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test. It looks like that's elements. Alright, the lights. Okay, I think we're maybe a little bit stabilized here. Witnessing split here. And test the other mic. That was the crackly one. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, it's just cannot stop happening. All right, looks like K-pop versus Whiplow is getting set up here. Still broccoli. It's going to be out. Game is starting.
This side we explain. Fellas, I'm back. PL heading back out onto the floor to run the bracket so that I can come in here and yap at you, but I got to get a little comfortable in the seat. First, I see we're seeing a little K-pop versus Kenji, and it looks like Kenji has round 1 of game 1 under his belt and that we're still on game 1. Unless this is manual scoring. But I think we're on the automatic scoring, so we should be good. This should be the first game. Big level 3 here coming out for K-pop. Getting that movement speed and damage normalization. Sets up the portal. What a perfect parry, but the anti-air is so ready for that advance. Wimplo looking very clean with it. Oh! Gets a little cute with the command normal. Plus frames. Tries to parry out. No parry to be found, though. The throw, we take those. Just one. Almost gets the conversion. Needed that stand light kick. You saw him flash for the second time instead of the low short. Unfortunate. Wimplo now has a second chance. In some circles, they do call that a chancy chance. There we go. Big slide. Not meaty enough, though, for the counter hit link. And the splat. Actually, probably had time to find the parry after the crouch strong. Oh, no, likely not. That crouch strong probably has some recovery. So unfortunately, as soon as he put that crouch strong out, he was dead to rights. Maybe a cancel into amnesia, in fact. I'm not a JP player, so backdash gets chased down to the corner we go. K-pop looking good here. Game 1, round 3. Significant life lead, level 3 on the board for both players now, and Wimplo just gets that critical art. Doesn't even get a chance to bring it into play. So looking pretty clean and comfortable in that match on the outset. Wimplo going down 0-1 versus the likes of K-pop Wani here. Wani. There's only one mic working. Jake Ryan's sticking his head in. Are you like trying to commentate? Is that? Yeah. I'll hold it down, but I don't mind using you as a relief for later on in the bracket, though. You know, it's probably going to be more action-packed too. Yeah. I'll hit you up. All right, appreciate it. Jake Ryan. Oh yeah, of course, brother. Here. Oh yeah, sure. You got it. Anyways, OD Amnesia trying to get out of a sticky situation. He does with the instant overhead. K-pop was swinging on those iframes. Big throw, though. Yeah. Wake up DI there. Could have been a wake up drive reversal. That was a misinput. I'm not sure. Not sure what Kenji was looking for with that wake up DI, but the side switch with the back throw on the burnout for K-pop. Even if Wimplo manages to bait a super out, you're putting distance between K-pop and his level 3 buff, and that is huge now. Escaping the corner, though, speaking of huge. Out of the danger of the splat, out of the danger of needing to use the super. The slide going to close it out. Pretty clean. K-pop looking good right now. Wimplo's got to make some adjustments. I haven't been paying close enough attention to say what those adjustments need to be, but just hasn't quite found his footing yet. He's very close to it, but K-pop doing a good job keeping him off bounce. You see that big walk forward. Part of the reason he's able to stay off bounce, but to Wimplo's credit, able to deflect that very confident press by K-pop and actually putting a perfect on the board because of it. There's the throw. Love to see it. Now, set point for K-pop once again as we close in on final round game 2, but Kenji has a chance. Wimplo has a chance to bring this 1-1. Wow, the raw ghost finds something. Elbow tried to bait, got the bait on the parry, but no punish. Stand fierce creates the gap. Now using that gap is Wimplo. Nice neutral jump, kind of nullifying that offense from the portal, and then the whiff punish. More of a counter poke. That's stand medium kick, a Swiss Army knife of a neutral button if we've ever seen one. Kenji taking big mental damage off of that hit. Level 3, though, on deck. Not quite critical art yet, but close to it. OD Amnesia bringing him out. Going to go for the side switch as well. Level 3. Going to put that bar back in our pocket on the left side. Meanwhile, we're going to drain it from K-pop's side and hopefully set up for burnout here off a nice sequence. See if K-pop can find some good parries in order to preserve his gauge. Good job walking out, creating that space, but getting counter-poked by that same medium kick. How's it feel? How's it feel? Into burnout. Tech. But the low closes it out. Nicely done, Kenji. Bringing it 1-1. K-pop had 2 chances there on set point to close it out 2-0. Unable to. Kenji didn't look entirely comfortable yet, but he's very tenacious here. Not easily discouraged as he's kind of taken a lot of strays in between these rapid sequences. Like the buffering we see here. Nice space on that sweep, the cane sweep. So hard to punish in some matchups. Juggle to the corner carries here. Wimplo, 2 bars to work with on drive gauge. If K-Pop finds his way out of the corner here on his terms, he's ahead in the drive war, but Wimplo putting up such a wall, both the resource and the life gauge department. Oh no, huge drop. No DRC conversion there from Wimplo. Could have killed. Anti-air jab. Haven't seen that one in a long time, and I have to admit, I don't miss it. Good stop now. Wimplo on set point. Big reversal here. K-Pop trying to set up a bit of a stagger off that drive rush pressure, but it gets grabbed. Too big of a gap. He's got to adjust that timing a little bit. Good sweep. Trying to shimmy again. Nothing there. Poking with that crouch strong. Just trying to find any sort of button stuck out there. To the corner. OD Amnesia's been hitting almost every time. What the hell was that? They got glued right back to the floor as quick as they came up and off. What the hell was that? Doesn't matter. Low, block, trade. Corner in possession of Wimplo, trying to press. The issue is K-Pop, though, to escape. 2 throws. Are we going to go for 3? Not yet. Tries to frame trap with the plus frames. Back in from the run stop cancel into the raw grab is crazy. Kenji looking for something. Gets caught sleeping. Walking in. Drive rush would have been a huge punish on that. This is set point for Wimplo, by the way. 45 seconds left on the clock. Burning the bar for the jump in. Staggers with this damn medium kick. K-Pop looking for the parry, though. Nice stagger himself on the double jab. Both these guys trying to find the delay timing in their defense. They're chasing each other. Not a lot of mashing from either player so far, so they're just kind of opening that gap wider and wider as they initiate these pressure strings on each other. Tried to air, it's not there. Gets him away, though. The spacing's welcome. Wimplo, 20 seconds, gets caught out. Now set point for both players. K-Pop's been here 2 times before. The 3rd time is you know, when you make it nice. 3rd time's a charm, I believe. Couldn't figure out the idiom in the moment. Crouch, fierce, meaty ghost. Holding on to that spacing. Wimplo deflecting the first assault. Not the second, though. Cuts through the ghost. The fake ghost gets called out. Level 3, you know it. Speed boost, damage normalization. Kim goes from like 90% damage back to 100% here. What's the mix? Just a fucking wake-up jab to the command grow, keeping that one in his pocket. Walking forward under the spacing created by the double crystal. K-Pop trying to fish with a couple choice buttons. He's not been putting this damn medium kick out there as much. He knows that Kenji's pretty good about whip punishing it. So normally safer in some other matchups. He just doesn't feel as comfortable against Kenji with that button. And now the pressure is on. Oh my god, no super to speak with. Overhead coming out, whiffing though. The threat is on screen. What's K-Pop going to do here? Slide low. Level 1, we have it. Drops the combo. Maybe looking for a mash out? No, not there. Sometimes you want to drop those on-hit combos if you feel like your opponent is willing to just simply... Wait a second. Is this working? Yeah, I couldn't zoom out any further. I got tripped up there. Anyways, welcome back, folks. Yeah, you try and drop a combo intentionally. Let your opponent maybe mash a super out. Some people like to mash supers during their opponent's combos just in case they do drop them. Not happening this time, though. And Kenji moving on with a pretty scrappy fight there between the 2 of these guys. Was that a loser side? No, I think PL already just recorded the score and I missed it. There's no way that's loser side. Yeah, it was right here. Okay. Next up to the plate on the bottom of top 16 will be Jake Ryan and Wimplo. That's going to be an interesting match. Jake Ryan has a lot of experience in the JP match since he plays against Raihan, but he does, in fact, hate that matchup as well. Oh, in the top, we see Okazumi versus Danny. So let me head over to this match right now. My fault. And we see Danny with a commanding statistical lead over Okazumi. We're getting into the match now. It looks like we've gone back to character select. Not sure what the score is. Let me check. 1 game in favor of Danny. Okazumi perhaps not switching up characters. You know, you rarely see he's saying something, shaking his head. So maybe a button configuration. Maybe negative edge was on. You know, you got to make sure everything's good to go before you get in that match. But he could have just wanted some time to reset the situation and think about it. We get back into it. Oh, fuck. Player cams didn't lock on. Come on, brother. Dude, where is Danny? There he is. Jesus Christ. Danny putting the hurt on him. I'm going to get these cameras fixed, and then the game's just going to be fucking over. Okazeme finds the knockdown. This is 100% what he needs, especially if he gets Danny into burnout. Danny trying to mash out, assuming that his opponent's going to go for a throw, looking for the parry. Not happening yet. Where is that perfect parry, though? That's Danny's calling card to get out of these tough situations. Can't find it yet. What a bust out. What a panic. Oh, my God. K-pop standing in the way of the camera. That's okay. We don't need to see that. The crumble from Okazeme had his chance. He was running his game at the corner. Tries to bust out with the ODDP. It's not happening. Gets punished. Potentially losing the whole set because of that. Definitely needed that first round. Huge jump in. Level 3 coming up. You are dead. Oh, no. Big drop. What the fuck? Excuse me. A small head tilt from Danny when he gets hit by the splat. That's kind of like the when you hit the new address in the GPS and you like recalculate. Not that you, whoa, that was it. Okay. I wasn't even paying enough attention, brother. Just smacked him with it. Danny putting another one under his belt, adding to the statistical lead that he has on just about fucking everybody. I'd say Chris can stand him up there, and that's it. Next up to the plate, looking like Schnois and Huge Biscuit. Let's see K-pop. Doing his loser side run. Let's check out who his opponent's going to be. Ooh, Lonely Leica. Should we check this out momentarily? I don't see anybody else stepping up to the plate, so why not? Why not? No, I see Element and Need. That's also a loser side run happening. Let's head over to K-pop and Leica here, see what's happening. It's a little Ken Kimberly. Ken on the left, piloted by Leica on the right. Of course, Kimberly piloted by K-pop. Even in round 1, game 1. K-pop finding first blood, though. Going up 1 round over Leica, finding the lead early on in the set. PL doing my favorite thing, announcing that the casuals are open in the back. They are. Level 3, Leica looking a little discouraged right now after having such a close round. Sometimes when you lose a round that you really feel like you should have won, that you were already thinking about the next round afterwards in the context of having won the previous one. If you lose that round that you thought you were going to win, it throws you off of your roadmap like crazy. So it's pretty common to see a quick fold up like that after a scrambly back and forth. See if Leica's able to regain his footing here into a fresh game. Big whiff punish, stand round out, so good. Grabbing a mash. Put the tech out as K-pop early on in the throw loop situation. Low forward DRC to Street Fighter 6. Nice combo, frame kill, gets grabbed. I'm not sure what he was trying to bait there, set up. That's how I stand short, crouch jab. No punish count or anything on the back throw from K-pop either, so he didn't really grab anything from Leica. Maybe just looking to bait a super. Drive reversals out. The DI, though. No, not like this. The life lead that Leica had, the positional lead as well, melting. K-pop doing a weird setup. I don't know if he fucked that up or that was supposed to look like that, but whatever. That's cool. He gets round 2, game 2 under his belt here. And this is looking like business as usual for K-pop. And for Leica, you know, it seems like he's accepted his defeat here. Seems very nonplussed. That's my read on the expression. But I'm not sure which way that falls. You know, if he's nonplussed because he's like, all right, let's pack in this loss and this is the end of the bracket run for me, or is he thinking, okay, I got something nice here that I've adjusted on. Nice catch. Finding that fuzzy jab from K-pop. A little unfortunate for K-pop to get caught like that in a minus gap. But if you're looking for a fuzzy on a predetermined time, sometimes you get hit by these weird staggers, even if it's a minus frame. Gotta be careful. Part of the advantage of Ken having that 5-frame stand strong, kind of slip it in there sometimes. Big DP bust out. Gonna melt this health bar. No. I don't know what that was, man. I want to ask him, you know, is the setup good? What's the situation? These trades are awesome. Finally. These guys are done. Let's see. Got Element versus Need on the other side. Let's take a look at the bracket. Let's see if we have any of our top 16 starting to roll through. I want to check out Shnois versus Huge Biscuit. I assume that's up next on the stream. Down on loser's side, though, we see K-pop is going to progress on. Is this logged out? I can't record the scores on this thing anymore. Uh-oh. He'll be playing Guilty Spark. Not necessarily the match we want to catch on stream, but no disrespect to either player. I do want to see Vile and Kasiski. That's one. What the fuck is that match? Vile, Kasiski, Cammy, Bison. Boom, right here. What setup is this? Setup 3? I think we have player cams for this. Whoa. Sorry about that, John. Come on, brother. I'm getting it together. Don't worry. Kasiski on the right, on the left. Vile with the Cammy. Vile's been doing pretty well for himself. One game apiece right now, evening up that score. The gamer lead intensifies from Kasiski. Well, not too much. Huge life lead. Okay. Great challenge from Kasiski, getting him out of the corner. Finding the throw. One more mix, we got it back against the wall. Yep. What's the pressure? Backs off, steps right back in. Evened up. Not close enough to get the link off the counter hit. Oh man, step forward, low forward, DRC. Nicely spaced by Bo. Fuck. Man, I don't have the right camera. Come on, bro. In shambles. Shambles. Vile shaking his head off that conversion. Not happy with it. Bombs on, throws out. What do you do here? You bust out. Nicely done. Saw that overhead, let it rip. Not a huge conversion here because it was a jump short, but we'll take that just to get mid-screen. Looking low with the low forward. Gets checked afterwards, though. And then he's going to let the level 3 rip. Good idea from Kasiski. Doesn't want to risk the burnout. You see he's only down to 1 bar before ripping this. So he gets some gas back in the tank. It's a relatively early spend in round 2, kind of halfway through. If this goes down to a slugfest, if Vile starts to make a big comeback, like right here, Kasiski's going to build enough super bar from this damage taken in order to find level 3 in the final round, should he get to it, and yes, he will. Very important. Those exchanges may be the reason why one of these players wins, one of them loses. We'll find out. Devil's Reverse in instantly, goes low. Frame Trap finds something on the second hit. Vile looks like he's mashing a bit here. Tries to sweep. Not happy with that. He's shaking his head. Maybe meant to wake up dry reversal or something like that. Unsure. But walking out of the corner, Kasiski and Burnout here. Happy to allow Vile some space, then immediately taking it back. A misspaced dive kick gets punished. It's actually very discouraging for the Cammy player here. He would have liked to take advantage of that situation, but it just got reset now. Low on gauge, low on health. Back to mid-screen. With critical art in your pocket, this is doable, but it's a tall order against a character like Bison. Good bait. Whittling away at that drive gauge however we can. Kasiski nodding, knowing he's not out of it yet. No conversion there. That was it. Level 3. Vile potentially bringing this one back. Kasiski scooting in a little bit. Yep, straightened up. Lock in, brother. But in Burnout, this is huge. How do you control the spacing? So tight on it, is he? No, big punish. Not tight enough. That's a heartbreaker. That's not how you want to go down on that one. Fuck. Okay, let's check out the bracket before I start yapping about that. Vile, Kasiski, Some Mercy, and Mason. Where the fuck is that? Where the fuck is Some Mercy and Mason playing? Let me find it on the setup. They're not playing yet. I just have Ed and Kimberly, which is K-pop and Guilty Spark. Good luck to Guilty Spark. Wait a second. Guilty Spark up a game against K-pop Kimberly. What the frick, dude? Hold on. We'll watch a little bit of this first. I've been disrespecting my man Guilty Spark here. Somebody standing in front of the fucking camera. Playing the modern Ed. Okay. Just getting these cameras fixed. Bear with me, folks. K-pop on the right. Guilty Spark on the left. No punish on that slide. That would have been huge. You saw him rip the EX afterwards, too. He was ready to go for that maximum punish. There it is. Stand Fear, such a key button for so many characters in this game. So many Shoto-likes are just crushing it with that attack. He's letting it rip. Regardless. Hit, block, miss. Doesn't matter. Tried to air. It's not there. K-pop has a chance to tie it up. One game apiece. K-pop would much rather close this out right here on this round. Yeah, he's going to go right to level 3. This is a big statement that he's making. He's saying, I'm pretty confident in my ability to pull this one out. I see Huge Biscuit squaring up with Schnois. There's the punish. Not enough to kill, but close enough to put in the guess for game. And we're closing that one out. And why don't we head over to Huge Biscuit and Schnois right next door. These two, this is the match that I'm really quite interested in. No disrespect to those folks. I think K-pop's just going to find his download. He's going to get in, and we're looking good. Slide in here. Schnois on the left with the Blanc, and on the right, of course, the huge one, Huge Biscuit with Manon. Big jump in. Not enough to kill, but now, guess for game. Maybe he can take a throw. Goes low. Not sure what Biscuit was pressing in that moment, but Schnois found whatever it was. Nice anti-air. Back to mid-screen. Holding that spacing. Schnois had a life deficit, gauge deficit, but looking fairly composed. Has a round under his belt. Good check on the ball. Biscuit keeping those traps tight. Peppering that stand roundhouse in at the end of his string. Slight delay on it. See if Schnois picks up on any tendencies there. The DP provokes the jump. Knocks it out of the air, and then the cross-up on that crouch fierce. Level 3. Not quite enough to kill. Doesn't try and cash out with it. Goes for the grab instead. One more guess for game. What's it going to be? Doesn't pull the trigger on any sort of reversal. Biscuit saying, man. Schnois best placement first. Biscuit's best placement first. You know, we've seen some fellas 5-5 in the player matchup. This is actually very even according to the annals of history. This is a winner's round 3, a.k.a. winner's top 16. The battle for winner's side top 8 is underway here. Nice perfect parry. What's the punish here, though? Just wants the Oki, goes low. Schnois trying to avoid a grab there. No punish. Huge again. Grabbed him this time, but the tech was there from Schnois. You see some rotating options off of that target combo. Schnois trying to get cute with it, just throws it in there. Unfazed Schnois. He said, okay, that's the price we paid. That's how we hedged our bets. It's okay if I put it out. Because now he's got to think about it a little bit. Plus frames, air reset, throw. Can take a couple more, Biscuit. Yep, plus again. What's the defense here? Nice drive reversal. Jumping back, looking to bait. There it is. No cross-up, though, on it. Yeah, we'll just start whittling away. Tough spot to be in Biscuit there at the corner. Close to burnout. Blanc on level 2. Easy tool to force that burnout as well. And Biscuit not really keen on spinning that super if you're not going to close the round either. So very difficult position to fight out of. Just have to keep your eyes forward on the next round. And here we are pushing Schnois to the corner. That crouch fierce. Schnois trying to find the cross up on it where it has kind of a blind spot, but Biscuit spacing himself to avoid that. Okay. I like this patience from Biscuit. Just backs off. Comfortable playing at this spacing. And it's always been Schnoiss's game to lose when Biscuit backs off to that spacing. You know, Schnoiss has been forcing the pressure with the DRC on block with the crowd strong, going for the command grab. He's not really been content to sit back and allow Biscuit to approach, and I think Biscuit's found a lot of comfort in screening that approach. Big punish here, yeah. We see it in action, 1-1 now in terms of rounds for game 2. Final round now. Set point once again for Schnoiss. Slowing it down a little bit here. Yeah. Biscuit this time being the one that opts to go in first, but the perfect parry from Schnoiss. Catching the jump in attempt. Both these guys. The random jumps are killing me because they're playing so patient and then they just fucking send a jump. It's I'm not trying to say too much about what their decision-making process, but to me that reads as being relatively out of ideas, and you're just like, all right, I'm just going to try and snipe your timing with like a fucking brick house. Like, I'm throwing boulders non-stop at you. There's no gentle spacing, looking for a smaller whiff that I'm going to connect the whiff by. It's just we are looking for big 90-frame whiffs that I'm jumping in with a 500-frame jump. And that's the game we're playing right now. The jump out, the double jump out, catching him, no combo. Coming right back in with the level 2, though, the knockdown. Side switch, throws him right back in. And the splat to close it out. Schnoiss should be able to kill here with the doll's help. And going to put that personal statistic to 5-6, potentially. Excuse me. Let me hold that. Biscuit walking out so comfortably. Has to be careful. Oh, no. And he missed the, I think that was a missed parry attempt on the ball, and he just doesn't use the macro. I think that's exactly what that was. Or he was trying to stuff the ball and he just had the timing off. So either way, it looked like he was pretty ready. Kind of a heartbreaking end to that set because he's very ready for the ball and he just kind of had his option that was prepared, intercepted by the ball anyways. That's a very classic Street Fighter 6 situation where you're trying to check something and it just wins anyways. Biscuit will be heading down to face off against K-Pop. Wins Danny. Danny is comfortably resting on the top of the winner's side of the bracket as usual. So Danny plays a couple matches early on, and then it's up to the rest of us to play some catch-up. So we're in the catch-up stage of the bracket right now, sir. Jake Ryan here, getting set up against the likes of Wimplo, a.k.a. Kenji. This is a winner's side match. This is one of the final matches for Top 16. The other one is Tommy ODB versus Dak Josh. Let me set up this match real quick. Jake Ryan and Wimplo, what do the statistics look like? I am curious. Let's check it out right now. They have not played yet. The rating not looking very competitive, but Wimplo is doing pretty good against K-Pop, and K-Pop and Jake Ryan play pretty frequently. They're very close matchup, so I think this one is going to be very competitive. Jake Ryan definitely the favorite player here. Ken and JP, I think Ken wins this matchup potentially, or at the very least even. But I think it's a good matchup for Ken, if you'd ask me. He's got a great drive rush, got some good options to get around the zoning game that JP wants to play. The EX Fireball, of course, so good at forcing your way in. So, Dragon Lash in and of itself kind of shitty. But in those weird, scrambly situations, it's got some nice range, and JP can kind of play at some awkward spacings. He might be able to slip that in there in a burnout situation, or so it's just he's got a good kit approaching this matchup. JP, kind of a similar story. It's if it's a favorite for anybody, it's very slight. So here we go. We're getting into it. Some words exchanged where these guys lock in. Jake Ryan on the left with the black Ken on the right. Wimplo with the default JP. Big perfect parry to start things off, and the jump afterwards is kind of a touch slow, it felt like. It may have thrown off Wimplo. The speed of that jump. I could be mistaken. Wimplo is a player, for me personally, that has a good attitude, good mental strength. Rarely do I see them look tilted, exasperated, thoughtful, maybe down in the dumps a little bit here and there. We can't be so stone-faced all the time, but rarely am I seeing some very visible tilting out of Wimplo. Jake Ryan is a different story in that quality. Often what makes him such an entertaining match to watch. He's very animated, very emotional in victory and defeat. wears his heart on his sleeve. We'd like to see, he saw that big perfect parry, kind of tilted his head a bit at that, saying, fuck, dude. Had such a great position, gave it up with the DI, but sometimes you got to show them that you're willing to be wild. It's an investment that Jake Ryan has made in round 1, game 1 here. We'll see if it pays off down the line. Looking very collected. Went low in the top right, looking almost reclined. And part of that is because he's got like a broken leg. Huge whiff on that stand fierce, but no punish. Went low, looking for something else here. I don't know what he's looking for. Is it the stand roundhouse? No, I couldn't tell you. Backing off. Just so comfortable right now. And Jake Ryan is also looking very comfortable. A little bit more active than his opponent. Goes for that early spin. Very, very characteristic Jake Ryan spin. Low forward DRC, tons of scaling early on. Maybe not super efficient, but it is a pacing spin that Jake Ryan's always favoring. He just wants to start putting big damage on the board and just smother you for the rest of the round. And here comes the pillow from the top rope. There it is. 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 1 round apiece, game 1. Wimplo looking unfazed. Jake Ryan locked in. Sweep on the jab. Okay. Kind of a weird punish there. I think he was trying to provoke a EXDP from Jake Ryan. We haven't seen an EXDP from Jake Ryan a wake up yet. So Wimplo, every time he knocks Jake Ryan down, it's just like, dude, he has to DP at this point. So kudos to Jake Ryan for holding on to that reversal. Leaning back in his chair after getting hit by that command grab. It's like expertly spaced. Weird disjoint situation. The trade. Basically even until he spent that level 3. Now Wimplo 1 guess away from locking in game 1 here against the likes of Jake Ryan. Oops, so I kind of a little fast on that one. Sorry, folks. Wow, what a stagger. Just wants to burn out. Yep. And this is a tough one for Jake Ryan to digest here. He's got to take a moment, think about it. And what makes it difficult is that he was doing really well at the outset, doing really well at round 2 when he dumped that level 3, set up that pacing super. Kenji, though, just like when he was playing against K-pop, he's so tenacious. I mean, he can be getting beat up. He's taking hits left and right, but he's staying with it. That's what I wanted to comment on when I said he doesn't tend to tilt. He doesn't really look like he's ever super pressed. You know, it's a good quality to have, especially in a game like this. Okay, nice walk forward from Jake Ryan off that block ghost. Coming in, looking tricky. The jump back from Jake Ryan just fades away, wants nothing to do with the trickiness. Getting caught in that low forward whiff. Wimplo now realizing that Jake Ryan loves to go for that low forward off these walk forwards. Yep, there it is. They might be spacing for that button. That might be what Wimplo's looking for on these whiff punishes. We saw him not pulling the trigger on whiff Sam Fierce's and stuff earlier. Jake Ryan starting to be a bit flustered. Just throwing the raw drive rushes in. STP. Okay. Good parries. Maintaining some drive gauge there, not allowing too much drive gauge damage. Oh, huge bait though. Good grab. Jake Ryan, level 2, has the super that he needs. Very doable at this point. It's really up to Wimplo to maintain his drive gauge here so that if and when Jake Ryan comes out of burnout, Wimplo's not at a huge drive deficit. Massive anti-air. I think that Jinrai was a bit of a misinput. Jake Ryan's got to find his footing now or never. Okay. Side switch, yep. No level 3. Wimplo mashing. Jake Ryan smells the blood. Nice delay on the stand fierce. Looking for a delay tech. What a perfect parry, though. Tried the DP in between. No pickup. No pickup. Drive gauge left in the tank. Jake Ryan actually had an advantageous situation for the moment. Wants to get to beyond 2 bars so that he can use his EX Fireball. Goes with the Dragon Lash instead. Oh, should have sent it. He had it. Oh, no. And I think he said to himself, man, I should have sent it. And normally he does, and unfortunately didn't pull the trigger that time. Good rally back from Jake Ryan, though. So close. And this was a winner side match, so we will be seeing Jake Ryan drop down to the loser's side here. Far from out. Far from out. Let's take a look at the top 8 winner side, excuse me, while I wander around. Whoever was asking about Danny, here he is. He's going to be playing Schnoice at the top of winner side top 8. The next top 8 match will be Dak Josh versus Wimp Blow, the victor of that previous match. Dropping down to loser's side. I didn't change the labels on the rounds, my fault. We're seeing our top 8 loser side fill out. Jake Ryan versus Mason for one of the final slots that Element also occupies. And then Huge Biscuit versus K-Pop, which may already be underway. Is it? Is it? It is. I see Manon Kimberly. Let me pop in. Let me change the names. Say no more. Say no more. Don't quite know where the fuck they're playing at, though. Oh, it's on setup 2. I do know where they're playing. Let me just turn the cams off. I don't give a fuck about the cams. All right. One game up for Biscuit K-Pop on game point here for the game 2 of this set. Level 3 getting ripped. I heard somebody go, "Let's go Biscuit." I believe that may have been Danny. I'm not sure. Big dunks though. K-Pop bringing it back. Ooh, not quite. We're waking up with the super. We're going to put K-Pop in a burnout. K-Pop without any super himself at risk of getting DI splatted here. Oh my God. And Biscuit pulling out a clutch off the wake-up critical art. We're moving on to final round he has of game 2. He's now on set point. He has 3 medals under his belt for Manon. It's kind of a big deal. One more medal is huge. So the threat of the throw, it's a couple of layers there. It's really the threat of the throw here. At the corner, nice deflection and repulsion from K-Pop, finding the space back to mid-screen, maintaining momentum on the offense now, baiting the parry. Ooh, huge whiff punish, but not quite too much off of it. Air-to-air trade. Fortunate for K-Pop, maintains this corner position. Biscuit's starting to go to the skies a little bit more. He's got to be careful. K-Pop almost has level 3. One more conversion will do it. Oh, no, he misses the DRC. No. All right, that'll do. That'll do, Peg. 1-1 on the score here. Biscuit having a fucking laugh. I understand. It's a little sloppy there at the end. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Here we go. Final game of the set. On the other side, we got Jake Ryan and Mason playing. Dude, I want to see all these matches all at the same time. It's hard. Should we, like, check in and see how it's going? Kind of want to, man. Big bomb explosion here. K-Pop. What a check. Double tap. What? He countered that throw convincingly. K-Pop looking so strong right now. What a walk forward. Tried the counter poke with the crouch strong. Not there yet. Biscuit fighting his way out with the stand roundhouse to mid-screen. The drive reversal on the DRC, though, regaining that corner position. But the anti-air breaking right back out in the side switch off the jump. Plus here goes low. Nothing, though. And the block on the D-rev. K-Pop moving to set point. Let's quickly check in on the likes of these folks. It looks like we got one game under K-Pop's belt, and Mason is the one against the ropes here. All right, let's head back to K-Pop and Biscuit. Sorry about that, guys. Just bear with. Good conversion. No level 3. Wants to hold on to it. Pretty good choice. You don't want to let Biscuit slip between your fingers this round and then be in final round without a super, so. Nice patience from Biscuit. There's that random jump. Bit of a calling card. Who the fuck are these guys? Oh, he's got the TV in front of him. Dude, come on, PL, you fucking cock blocking me here with the stupid TV. Sorry, the viewers don't know, but I'm trying to pivot the camera to take a look at this match. And a giant television in the way. K-Pop has Biscuit on the ropes, but the challenge from Biscuit getting out of the corner, finding some offensive momentum, 5 medals as well. As long as he avoids burnout, he's going to be okay. K-Pop maybe wishing to cancel the level 3 off that stand light kick into the elbow, but either way. Poke by poke. We're so close. Oh! Huge! The reset! Are you kidding me, brother? Oh, man. K-Pop has level 3. Has the critical art. Plus, nope. The challenge afterwards. Holy shit. Biscuit now with all the DRC he needs. Holy fuck. Oh! There's the challenge. There's the game. Back we go to Jake Ryan and Mason now. Jake Ryan on the left with the Ken on the right is Mason. Jake Ryan closing that one out. That round. I'm sorry. That was Mason closing that round out. 1 round apiece in game 2 here. Jake Ryan on set point once again. Big level 3. Mason's back against the wall. Life deficit, drive gauge deficit, positional deficit. What's the mix-up? Okay, putting some booms out to create some space. Missing that sonic boom, though. A little awkward. Good conversion. Oh, not a good idea to go into burnout here. Tried to link the roundhouse afterwards as well. Jake Ryan confidently making his way into the loser's side top 8. Where there's a will, there's a way. He's moving on to face the likes of Element at the bottom of the loser's top 8. The other loser's side top 8 match we have is Huge Biscuit versus Kasiski. Biscuit narrowly getting away with that nice reset against K-Pop in order to secure that match. And PL now calling our first top 8 winner side match, Schnois versus Dr. Danny Pham. Danny, the longtime reign of terror on the Salon, the local in downtown Seattle. Here, of course, he's looking to secure first place once again. We'll take a look at those stats. Don't worry, you'll see how many times he's done it already. Schnois is more than capable of taking a game or 2, if not 3, off of Danny. This is probably his best chance at locking in a dub for the tournament now. You want to get to grand finals through winners finals. You want to retire Danny to loser's side so that you only have to win 1 first to 3 in the grand finals. 2 first to 3 is too tall of an order in my opinion. Danny's got too much of a gap on folks in that sense. You trying to tag in? Yeah, you're at the bottom. More than welcome, more than welcome. I've Jake Ryan step into the plate, and we can only have one commentator on tonight due to some audio technical difficulties. He's going to take over from here.
Yeah, this guy right here. Awesome, everybody. Welcome to the Salon Top 8. We've got a lot of familiar faces here, and we got some, I wouldn't say newcomers, but, guest appearances as well. So Wimplo back into the bracket action this time around on the other side of top 8. But we are starting our winner side top 8 up top. It is going to be Dr. Danny Pham versus Schnois. This is a Salon classic. He is going to be rocking the Blanca here still. He has a Maya in his pocket. He's got a Bison. He's got all these other characters. But he does feel that this character is best equipped for the job currently. He's been able to do it before. We've seen Danny fall to losers, to the likes of Raihan, to the likes of Schnois, but Danny always ends up coming out on top. And this is how the rounds really start to materialize. You can see already having a drive gauge lead, already having a life lead. And it's hard to, really claw this back, especially when you don't want to engage until you have those extra 3 gauges. And Danny's whip punish game is so damn immaculate. The perfect parries as well. Literally seen him in his stream just lapping against this character, and OD ball constantly. He changes which character he's lapping against. It always feels like it's somebody from the Salon. It's like Monan. He's been duking it out against Blanca in training room, and oh my god, Tournament winner connects. He's out of burnout now. This is actually guaranteed. He gets the trade combo. Danny had built the level 2, but it was kind of difficult to gauge that situation, so he's just going to be saving that meter for the next round. What's up, Ryan? You and Wimplo play so different, by the way. Just want to shout that out. I was not. I acted like I was playing against a blonde-haired, blue-eyed individual, and it did not end up working out. Only one microphone works, sir. Unfortunately. And unfortunate for Schnois, he is holding a P straight to the dome piece. We could talk into the same. You're just gonna talk at me? All right. No, I can. He can yap, and I can handle this just like Danny can handle the pressure. The OD up ball does not find its mark. Close to burnout. Schnois in desperation. If he takes one more SPD, that's going to be 14 letters on the permanent record. Oh, my goodness. He's got a level 1. You're not allowed to jump. And the thing is, Danny has, like I said, he's been labbing those punishes to find the level 1 confirm on a Blanca ball. So you're not really able to willy-nilly throw that out. Has the level 2 now. A lot more defensible. Schnois has to utilize this Lightning Beast to somehow get out of burnout. And he gets the Lariat punish. What looked great off the rip has been ripped away from Schnois. Dude, see, Ryan said it best. I'll acknowledge his comments in the chat after this set, but right now, I mean, we kind of need it. There was definitely a sunning that happened before. Yeah, he put him in his place, and now he might be placing himself straight into that winner's final side. But Schnois is trying to make a different narrative, a different story, and right now, we've all seen this movie before. Both the cups are full of poison, and Danny has served them to you. It is the Blanca Bride. He's not having a good time right now. Fighting it out against big bro Danny the Giant. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, trying to find a way in, but the drive reversal is so aptly placed. Gets a light ball, and that's a huge punish. Another trade combo. Danny trying to swing to get out, but the park is closed. Back into the action. Schnois is very happy about that. Unfortunate, too, because he saved the level 2, immediately enabling him to give Lightning Beast, but the throw whiff takes all momentum away. I'm not sure why a Thunderstorm came out there, but you know what? I'm here to live. All right, let's see what happens. The tournament winner again, Danny, a prolific delay techer. Punished for his crimes, but I mean, it's not the most damage in the world, right? He's still in a pretty decent position. Can't really take that many more throws. Perfect parry is still going to be on the menu. OD Lariat does find a mark, and now you have to be so careful because Danny is going to be 1 SPD away from putting you into, you know, a critical state. You can't really go for a jail DI here either because you know he's buffering. Ooh, the sweep. You got to be so careful. Did he jump? He did not. That CA. This is where it becomes so terrifying because if Schnois is burnt out here, Danny's out of burnout. All you have is level 1. It's a churn off, and he's got a little bit of bar left. Let's see what happens here. Oh, major churn off, and it is not in Schnois' favor. He did not send it. He has lost the match. Oh, nah, brother. Slide, and he goes for the reset. Danny firing on all cylinders. Not afraid to spin the analog, and oh my goodness, he's about to be in burnout. This is what's scary. He gets the perfect parry again. I told you he's been in training mode all goddamn week for that exact scenario, and it pays off huge for Dr. Danny Fan. That was a great story progression there. I literally brought up why he was laughing at, and then it fucking happened. It's almost like when this guy puts the work in, he's terrifying. Also, I'm not talking to anybody here. It's actually just my conscious on the other side. So if you see me having a one-sided conversation and providing the context, it's just normal operating. Oh, that's great. Biscuit can give his. I could talk to Biscuit in the chat, and it's like he's really here. You can it's like I can almost see him. That's how close we are to you guys in chat, man. It's like we can really see you. Ryan, also, the fact that Ryan could see like the gears turning in my head, where he was like, he could see that I was like, fuck's going on? Like, oh wait, what adjustments do I have to make? He's not playing like Ryan. What do I need to do here? That's good. Like the fact that I was making the adjustment, but it was too little too late. There was a couple of like unconfident situations. I think there was the key moment where I could have seized momentum and really had a good time was getting that level 3 on the overhead, that would have been baller. Because when I dropped it, it just gave him another chance to escape, and then he cooked me. So it is what it is, and this is where we've ended up. This is Wimplow's best placement, too, as well as his first berth in the top 8. Winner's side, I'm the one falling victim. He is cooking. He had to take down myself. He had to beat K-Pop. Yeah, so he took down K-Pop. He took down me. Now he's got Dak in his way. A matchup that can be pretty difficult for JP, especially once the level 2 is established. If you're dealing with a whirlwind shot, it's not really that easy to deal with. The enhanced jump arcs. So many things to worry about. Dak has been really reserved on the meter spin lately, though. We played like we played like a billion games before the tournament started, and he didn't level 2 that much. So I want to see him let the ripcord go. Dak playing it a little bit slow, but Wimplow, very composed here. Already has a life lead. Doesn't really need to push the initiative, and the stop sign of the crouch medium punch is ever present here on JP. You're not allowed to get that OD out, and it's going to be almost lights out. He does end up burning him out off of that drive reversal. And Whipple doesn't really need to force anything here. Counter hit does give Dak another opportunity. Those anti-airs have been ever present, and that is a rock and hard place. And the spikes were not on your side. Those were not fun at all for any party involved. Anti-air does come out, though. Dak Josh feeling a little bit better about the start of this round. Involing through the OD Amnesia. Great awareness to opt for the throw there. Putting himself pretty low on the drive gauge situation, but as long as you can mount this offense, as long as you can not let Wimplow breathe or have an opportunity, it doesn't matter how low the drive gauge is. It was the perfect plan. There were no holes. Anti-air works out again. This is how we saw the other round begin, but the trade combos are on deck. Wimplow with the awareness understands exactly what he's fishing for in these situations. Oh, the stop sign. I think he cashes out into the level 3. Absolutely. And this is going to be very, very difficult for Dak Josh here. He has the level 2. He has CA capability. He's actually just going to get so much drive gauge back here. I think he just insta-loses because of this. Tornado gone. Yeah, there's no way you survive here. You spent your level 2. You're about to be in burnout again. The check is there. Wimplow finding the parry was the real decider, and kind of the commit to that level 2 was what bit him in the end. It's to the bit. It's difficult. It's difficult, man. Oh, Wimplow's air-to-air game, anti-air game has been so clutch so far. Like, I think that's the first jump in he actually hasn't been able to deal with. Oh, big punish. Eagle spike. Right on out of there, but the check on the drive rush right back. And now Dak Josh needs to continue peppering onto Wimplow. Needs to find a way to attack this drive gauge. Amnesia is available, so you have to be careful. We have seen Wimplow really lean into that. Not afraid to utilize the option and send the reversal. Now trying to play the projectile game, slowing it down just a little bit. Once those 3 gauges come back, it's a lot easier to go in. I do not like this from Dak Josh, though. I think it's his cardinal sin, continually burning himself out. The back throw is massive. The level 1 immediately comes out. It's not enough to kill. You got to find one more hit. Massive opportunity. The level 2 is here, which means if he teleports in, he can find himself a damn near unblockable situation. It might just be lights out for Dak Josh. He's dead. Oh, no, he actually recovered. He's done for. Nah. A big drop from Wimplow, but another big pickup as well. I don't think we're going to get to see the fated match between Dirty Dak and Dr. Danny Pham. It's going to be another JP heading straight there. Didn't get the perfect parry on the Amnesia, though, and now trying to keep him in the corner. Drive reversal. It's going to be huge here. Drive gauge in shambles. He's not going to check him in time, but now you don't really get to use the tornado. The walk forward was so smart. He already alleviated all of that air pressure. Oh, but he's locked down now. Kind of a rough situation. Dak Josh has an opportunity here. Do you take the throw loops? The low connects. Wimplow, you can take a couple throws. You can't take those. I forgore, and we're just going to try to forget that round. Damn. Block on the overhead. Wimplow's defense has been shining so far, but Dak Josh's resilience has been as well. Jumping back on the command grab. No punish, though. Anti-air does end up working out. Trying to catch a parry attempt there. Dak Josh heading to the skies, though. Portal's been set up. Not able to escape. This corner has been Wimplow's home this entire round. Life is still relatively even. This is going to be massive. Do you opt to spend the level 3 to get the damage? Yes, sir. And that puts Dak Josh full screen. He's got the level 2, but you have to enable that tornado. You have to set the conditions. And that air whip is tragic. He's about to be burnt out. He's not going to have the opportunity. The perfect parry from Wimplow. And this, he's not burnt out just yet, but it was inevitable. How does it end, chat? We know what JP typically says. The DI is going to be a massive punish. Dak Josh gets his own burnout. Now, no bar on the side. But the whip is everything. The stars aligned for Dak Josh. We don't believe in astrology here at the Salon. We believe in cold, hard truths and timings. And that timing just was not appropriate for the job. So, good stuff. Good stuff to Wimplow. Moving on to winners finals. Guaranteed top 3 here for Wimplow. Best placement he's had at the Salon. Dak was right there, man. He was right there in the palm of his hands, and it was blown away. Dust in the wind. Unfortunate. Unreal matches that we've had so far. Real scrambly. Very much down to the wire. A 2-0 on both sides for winners. So definitely a lot to offer here. In the next match, Huge Biscuit versus Kaziski. 2 players you wouldn't really expect to be in the loser side at this point. Huge Biscuit actually knocking out K-Pop Wani to get into this top 8 position, which, again, not seeing K-Pop in this top 8, really, you know, a little bit of a surprise. But we had a hella stacked bracket this week, so it's not, I would say, you know, seating's pretty close. Let me get a looky look at all the top 8 members. I think Wimplow is the player who outperformed his seed the most. 32 players in total. Yeah, Dak Josh getting, he had the 7th seed there. Wimplow, obviously, the 11th seed, so overperforming here. Yeah, the only player to outperform their seed today, and that's Wimplow. So Red, pretty accurate, right on the money. Able to take me down. That was Wimplow taking it over Dak Josh, so. What's up, Rival? Hope you're doing good, man. My fellow street father. It's always a pleasure to talk to everybody at the Salon, everybody in the chat. If you're enjoying the stream, drop a follow, tell your friends, tweet about it. Got some of the best Street Fighter in the entire Pacific Northwest, and you don't want to miss out because we do this every single week. We do this every single quarter as well, and the ride's not stopping. You can't put a tariff on our turn. Wimplow took it. Yeah, 2-0. It was close, though. Next matchup. This is our first round of Losers Top 8. This is going to be Huge Biscuit versus Kasiski. I didn't look at the head-to-head, but I'm doing it off vibes. This is a battle of titans. One of our most consistent second placers versus one of our most consistent second placers. We have a gaggle of second placers, of bros, if you will. And in the corner, backdash works out, but man, Manon not able to really get a punish there. The throw tech massive from Kazuski, and it's just all flowing apart here. Hold the bomb, hold the pressure. And I do not like holding the rest of this. The bomb actually kept him safe there. He didn't get a punish. Cycle Crusher, just going to keep taking your turn. Chip, 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 chip. And you might just die, but he actually was able to escape with the level 1. Now he's burnt out on his own. Scissors. Worked out, though. From the fairies, not a damn clue, Kid Vision. I'm new here. I've been here for a year. I don't even know where the ferry is. But I can guarantee you can get here probably in 30 minutes from the metro. It's downtown Seattle, however far the ferry is from Pike. And that's how long it would take you. Taking us straight to the corner now. Biscuit with a massive neutral jump, but also the fumble. Not finding the confirm there. And that's a big opportunity. You get a medal. You get extra damage. You're in the corner. You're feeling great. Sun is in your eyes. And now all you have is Kasiski in your eyes, and he is eyeing a victory. Almost in burnout. Biscuit is in trouble. If he takes the strike, he's cooked, but he can't take much more of this. A DI might just do him in. Doesn't come out, but the sweep, the Hail Mary. And he's going to spend the level 3 anyways, just to guarantee. Let's watch this movie together, y'all. He's like, look at this nerd. He doesn't even know his damage. I was dead to scissors. I use paper. This fella hit me with a whole cinematic. He hit me with the script. He showed me scissors and paper. That's bullshit. Game 2. Kasiski edging out so far in this match. We are whipping. Nice, the check. We call that the Akatagawa. He's mashing on Wake Up. Ooh, the DI is gonna be huge here. Do you spend the level 1 to try to get that drive gauge damage? Nah, just gonna take a medal. A little bit more damage. 3 medals on the board. Not able to get the throw punish in the corner. DI comes out in tow. Get another medal. Hell yeah, brother. That's a ghetto perfect if I've ever seen one. And what a hell of a crowd as well. We are packed tonight here at the Salon. Ooh, that is a statement. Biscuit representing the perfect parry on the drive rush forward. You're so susceptible to the throw there, and you are susceptible to mad damage. You can't really take too many more of these. Oh my god, DI back. Try to go for a cheeky reset and end that in 2 interactions. But now you might just be biting off more than you can chew. Air to air works out huge, and now you're so scared because this next command grab kills. Biscuit has the opportunity to take him out, but the level 3 is going to burn him out, and now he'll be under duress. Both players in burnout, though. And Biscuit has all the meter in the world to fight back. He's not burnt! Oh, the art of getting hit. Nah, air-to-air hell attack. You gotta be joking me. Uh-oh. Woo! No punish on scissors. Use the safe version. Now he's got so little drive gauge. Ah! He's about to be burnt out. He has level 2. He has level 1. He knows that level 3 is needed to kill here. Oh my god. Not close enough to punish. There is another Psycho Crusher imminently in your future. No! The medium kick not having much to offer after it connects, and now Ziski clawing that back, putting himself at set point here. And you can see this now, a little bit more hesitant, a little bit more patient. The overhead finally connects. Biscuit has just been slanging those things, and the wrong button, and to counter it, a little bit of a draw opportunity here. Oh my goodness, and yes, Knee Press Nightmare gets him out of dodge, gives him a little bit of space, and puts Biscuit into a pretty precarious space. Drive gauge wise, you can take 2 throws here, but you can't take the throw with massive damage. He's gonna get another bomb. And now you die to the strike. Drive reversal works out. You can't take any hit confirm here. Single hit confirm will win the game. Goes for the sweep. He gets the whip punish, but he misses the punish counter. No punish with the stand medium kick. It will take, like I said, 1 hit confirm. 1 strike, and he bet it all. That was a Wish punish if I've ever seen it, and we don't accept items from Wish here. We are Amazon, Temu, or whatever kind of shopping spree you want to go on. Get that Wish shit out of here. 1-1 on the board. There's been some banger sets. These are good. Some good-ass games. I'll get round start, overhead, Kasiski just walking back. I love that too. You can see the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Biscuit wants to hit him, and Kasiski wants nothing to do with it. Double empty jump, trying to catch Biscuit off guard, but the thing is, his anti-airs are so damn clean. And he's not the most prolific techer, I'll tell you that much. So I think a little bit of an estimation from Kasiski, but he's already established such a life lead. He needs to get this pressure on to try to keep him below those 2 drive gauges, make it that much more difficult. Air-to-air is not there. Now Kasiski needs to find it. He gets the crouch medium kick. This will lead to a kill. Has to spend the bar. Puts himself into a set point position again because he was able to pepper Biscuit and put him in that, position where he was forced to act. So smart. Big punish to scissors. Oh, but you could have got a medal. Just takes the Oki. There's the medal. And now it's all up to Kasiski. Wrong version of scissors again. Punished by Biscuit. It's not the most damage in the world, and now you're under pressure. You got the bomb on you, but the challenge, he doesn't give a shit. Where's the command grab? He was looking. That's why he saw the mash. Level 3 comes through. Doesn't have 5 medals, so it's not going to be the most damage in the world. It's more so to try to get a little bit more meter out of Kaziski or kill him outright with this next touch. And it is going to be the next touch. Final game, final round between these two. One of these players is going to earn the opportunity to duke it out with Schnoiss in top 5. And I think it's all really going to come down to who can establish the momentum here. And it's looking like it's Biscuit so far. No perfect parries coming out from Kaziski, but the overhead has not been working out here for Biscuit. Maybe we eventually start to see the low because we've seen the high block so much from Kaziski. Biscuit is not getting the connection. The spacing has just been so good from Kaziski to even find the jab punish, the medium punch punish. So damn bright. And now all you have is parry to protect you. You got the level 1. You have reeled him in. And Kaziski is leaping. The anti-airs are finally there. You can't take more than 2 throws, which makes, Bison that much more threatening. He tries to find the shimmy. No whip punish this time. Scissors now connects, and now it's just 1 throw that will kill Biscuit. That's why you see him playing so slow. No follow-up, no drivers cancel. If he takes the throw here, gets the tech, he'll die. He needs to find a command grab. He gets it. 5 medals are on the board. Now you died in the next command grab. There's no level 1 from the likes of Kaziski. Maybe a drive rush cancel. If he can get in, he needs to find the button to confirm off of. Drive reversal will be there from Kaziski and the level 1 as well. Maybe a level 2 on scissors. A cycle crusher overhead doesn't work out. And he's going to go for the drive rush here. No, the whip on the crouch medium kick. Patience from both sides. And he gets it. A battle of mediums. And it is Kaziski that comes out on top. I got to go play my set now, so I'm going to go head on over. Tab red in, and figure it out.
Alrighty, we only got 1 mic running here, so I'm stepping in for Jake Ryan for his match against Element. 2 heavy hitters, but this is definitely historically Jake Ryan favored, if I'm not mistaken. Should be Bison versus Ken, so some top tier action here. Alrighty. Well, it's actually dead even, though they've only fought 2 times, it looks like, so this really kind of could go either way. I don't know which of those incredibly strong characters takes the edge in this matchup, but they definitely deserve each other. All right, starting off here. Seeing a little bit of a patient start, but the immediate scissors goes in, and that massive heavy punch just smacks him in the face. A good counter poke by Jake Ryan, and that Ken corner pressure puts him all the way there. A good tech, playing a little bit of defense, but gets a weird air hit. Man, totally reverses the corner situation, coming in with the plus frames. Manages to box his way out with the target combo. All right, resets to the middle, but a huge perfect parry comes in, and now he's cornered again. All right, that was a great DI. No level 3 behind that Jinrai, so he had to just eat that one. But the burnout from Jake Ryan actually looking okay now that he swapped the corner position. Goes in, gets the meaty, doesn't block, still with the meaty pressure. Avoids getting DI'd, backs off. He's so close to getting out of burnout. I think he just wants to wait this one out. Really just kind of a little bit of shimmy, see if he can bait a whiff punish. A good neutral jump, but he's not ready for the scissors to whiff. A huge jab, but it doesn't combo. It doesn't matter. The drive rush gets clipped, or he gets clipped by the drive rush normal, and that's round 1 to Jake Ryan. A pretty patient start, I'd say, overall. Goes for the grab after the perfect parry, but Element is ready to back that up with a tech. Coming in with some additional long-range pressure, but both these guys just have so many long-range neutral buttons. I don't think either of them really feel comfortable. Good counter poke with the crouch medium punch, full combo into the Runtatsu. And now you got to kind of start guessing in the corner here. Big perfect, or a big parry attempt. No punishment, but plus frames on the jump in. Does it again. Oh, man. All right, good knockdown. Gets his way out with no anti-airs from Jake Ryan. Typically so good at that. And a huge corner carry combo extension there. Oh, no. That could be it if he decides to spend some of the butter here. He does. He spends all of it. I'm not certain if that was required, but better to seal the deal there than end up losing a round that you definitely could have won. Another kind of patient start, but there's the kind of anti-air that I expect from a player like Jake Ryan. And now we're seeing that classic Jake Ryan, the Dragon Lash pressure come out. His plus frame's so scary, and that man's kind of willing to rip anything afterwards. Kind of a bad air-to-air for Element there. Kind of a weird reset off the ground, but the overhead hits. The target combo whiffs. That's going to be a punish counter conversion, but starts with a low forward. Kind of scaled his damage a lot more than he had to there, but you know, it's a 7-frame move. Maybe he just wanted to make sure he didn't miss that punish, and the early spend is a signature Jake Ryan move. Overhead hits, backs off with a backdash, more plus frames, going for that drive gauge, gets a perfect parry. He smells blood in the water. Oh, throw. What's going to be the guess here? You get one last chance. All right, covers the level 1. With that fireball, a good parry, and now he's in burnout, and he gets thrown into the corner. Both players in burnout, though. This isn't really a great situation for Element either. Oh, no! Oh, huge anti-air right after the sweep. He had it just in time. That was really the last second that could have worked out. Jake Ryan going up a game. A strong showing right off the bat. Very composed. Willing to block it out for a little bit. Knows that he doesn't quite have the range in neutral on those, but that massive sweep finally pisses him off enough to bust out, but immediately back into the Cycle Crusher through the fireball. Ooh, okay. Wasn't ready on the check, but Jake Ryan burns himself out to get out of the corner. A big throw, though. He's buying himself so much real estate. Even if he gets pressured in burnout here, it doesn't matter, and he gets the punish counter throw, too. He's really taking advantage while in burnout. Content to just block it out at this point. He's back in the game. Oh, okay. All right, stabilizes a little bit. Jake Ryan knows he has the health lead. He's ready to play a little bit more patient. Goes for the throw, gets tucked by Element. A huge jump in. Level 2 spend won't quite do it, so he's probably looking for a reset. Puts the bomb on him. Overhead whiffs, but it was a bait for the perfect parry. Overhead again. Man, that was a great sequence from Element. Pretty solid stuff. Really knows that Jake Ryan's ready for a lot of these mix options and uses that against him. Another grab on the perfect parry there, but a huge perfect parry in retaliation. All right, Dragon Lash? I don't know. He was right in the center of the stage, so it probably didn't really matter which way he went. But kind of loses all that ground that he gained. Back rolls, has the bomb on him. This is a rough situation again. Element with the drive disadvantage here, though, and Jake Ryan back in the corner. Man, both of these characters are just so capable of corner carrying you all the way from middle to the edge. It just feels like it's back and forth here. All right, well, this is some pretty classic corner pressure from Jake Ryan. He's going for the level 1 finish here, and it works out for him. Great combo extensions there. Kind of did a meter build combo, probably more just for those little hits. He's already at 3 bar. Well, oh, wow, huge whiff punish with the low forward. That's bomb on, and you're in the corner. Nobody likes to be here. Oh, that move is just so good at smoking anti-airs and then just tries to press a button and gets raw bombed. Okay, we're gaining some composure. Parries the bomb, but eats the target combo low. Throws his way out of the corner. This one matters. This is for winning the whole game if Jake Ryan can pull off this comeback. Jeez, that was unfortunate. Kind of just mine's better than yours situation there. Both of them threw at approximately the same time, but the length of Jake Ryan's crouch strong, not quite the same as Element's. That Bison crouch medium is kind of a godlike button. All right, here we go. We're in the final game now. We're going to see kind of what flavor of Jake Ryan we get here. Run kick immediately, looking a little aggressive, but calls out the parry attempt. Going in for the drive gauge attacks here, keeping the plus frames, and Element content to use some scissors to try and just space himself out and get into an advantageous situation. It looked like he was going for the block, but I think that might have been slightly delayed, and it resulted in getting drive reversaled. All right, that was a big drive reversal there with just a sliver of meter. I don't know if he even knew that he was going to not burn himself out there, but it was a really good call. Goes for the burnout trade, knew that he could get it off of the Jinrai pressure. And now it's anyone's game. Jake Ryan's in the corner with the bomb on him. It doesn't look good, but he does have the health lead, and with no meter on Bison's side, there's not a huge amount of pressure. It's mostly coming from those target combos, and you just have to avoid that first hit. Element back out of burnout first. A huge jump back, but it's not quite fast enough to get over the Psycho Crusher. Oh, he comes in again, but he just drive rushes out. An insane turnaround run kick. I haven't seen that one before. Oh, and he baits out the level 1 attempt. Huge move by Jake Ryan to go up to set point here. All right, Jake Ryan. Oh, you can see him turning on the aggression. He kind of knows that he has a round to lose here, and he's sensing a little bit of fear, I think, coming from Element. Bad Tech doesn't get punished. Holds the parry and doesn't get punished again. Trade with the jab, eats a combo for his troubles. And now he's in the corner. Oh, no. Element needs to make these count, but a lot of drops on both sides. No anti-air there. Both drive gauges healthy, but a massive health lead for Element. This looks like it's going his way. If he chooses to spend here, he gets right out, and I think he will, given the meter spend there. This is right on the edge. I don't know if this kills. It does. All right, Bison, huge damage. All right, now it's final game, final round. That should have been too close. No light kick punish. That may have been a heavy, so maybe a jab would have been the only option, but it looked quite close. Huge drive gauge damage for Jake Ryan, but that was a massive heavy punch. Rips it right into the level 3. I think this was an excellent spend by Jake Ryan. This recovers him out of the drive gauge deficit he was faced with. Gives him a massive health lead, and now he's basically, it's his game to lose here. A huge run stop into throw to call it the DI. Jabs connect. He goes for another setup. It's going to be throw, and that's it. A very confident final round from Jake Ryan. He kind of waited to turn on the full aggression, but he really dialed it up that last round, and it looked like Element got pretty flustered there, to be honest. So Jake Ryan moves on here. This is losers, so that's Element out of the tournament, and Jake Ryan's going to fight Schnois next. Our next match is going to be Dak Josh versus Kasiski, and I think we're going to have Red stepping in on the mic here.
I've returned. Whoa. Let me wield this microphone real quick. Let me figure out how I orient this. I know what I'm doing. What's going on, folks? We're back in it. Element so close. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. He's using the mouse there. I forget. We share. Anyways, what do we got? Dak, Josh, and Kasiski. And we're on the cusp of loser semis. That is what comes up next after Schnois and Jake. Some of our final first to twos of the bracket. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is going to be Rashid versus... hold on. Fuck. Rashid versus Bison. A couple of juggernauts. Top 5 on top 5 action. That's what we're here for. The low numbers of the numbers. Anyways, let's get into the statistics here. I don't know, what do you call them? Arabic numerals? I was trying to think of the technical word for numbers, but was not happening. Was not happening. Swap it up. Back Josh on stage right there. Kasiski stage left. They've played a few times. Player matchup favoring Kasiski. So we're going to be looking for Dak Josh to find that Super 2, execute on his win condition, and outside of that, he's got to weather the storm that Kasiski represents as he plays a more patient, neutral game. Does tend to find some explosive moments, but overall he tries to kind of slow it down, allow you to hang yourself, and somebody like Dak Josh more than willing to take that rope, put it around his own neck, just with how aggressive he plays. So he's got to be careful there and falling into the traps that Kasiski's cooking up. So here we go. Kasiski on the right, Dak Josh on the left. We're on the streets of Paris. Eiffel Tower in the back. Stop, dude. You're getting me right now. Overhead, counter hit. Not enough to close it out, but close. I wouldn't want to spend any super here. Has level 2, wants to save that for the next round. Kasiski just taking that tiny pixel perfect spacing. And there's the bust out. Characteristic of Rashid players everywhere. Not willing to hold a mix, but sure willing to dish them out. First round on the board, no super spent either, so Dak Josh, should he find the momentum here, he's going to be able to snuff this one out quick before I can even say it. Level 2 on the board for the first time. Second time coming up soon. Get some meter build in here, yep. What the hell is going on? Kasiski, wake up, brother. Lock in. Okay, there we go. Back throw, bust frames coming in. Keeping it tight. Not an actual trip guard there. Dak Josh mashing on his landing frames. The side switch again. What the hell was that? Okay. Level 3? No, just the 2. Looking for guess for game here. Wants to save a bar to get to a final round and potentially build level 3. Dakjosh, though, has that level 2. No, can't find a way to get it on screen. Kaczynski says, I'll take that. He saw the head tilt. Didn't feel like it was too earned. It was earned enough. Don't worry. He ran into your fist. It's okay. Not what he was looking for, but we'll take it. Huge situation for Dakjosh. One more knockdown. Kaczynski, though, busts out before he can find it. Trying to even up that life deficit. The overhead not in time. Gets grabbed. The side switch there. Puts out the level 2 on block instantly. And the answer for Kaczynski is to block everything. Willing to go into burnout. Has level 2. He could make it work here. But he has to find the breach through the DI. There it is. And he's found it with the super. Dakjosh has to be careful not to throw now. Oh my god, he's throwing. Oh, he woke up with the fireball. Was that intentional? Okay, all right, all right. Was that not just wake up DP? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I think the wake up fireball was smart. Kind of felt that Kaczynski was perhaps looking to bait something and knows the spacing there, so wanted to put some plus frames out on screen. Take advantage of the lull in the action. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get dirty with it. Dakjosh game 1 on the board. He's not the favored player here, and I don't think it really came down to the Super 2s. Kaczynski was just not able to execute on that strategy of allowing his opponent to hang himself. Dakjosh a little bit too slippery, a little bit too dirty this time. Busting out again. I think he's 2 for 2 on the DPs here. 2 for 3. We won't count the one that he didn't get the input for, though. You know what I'm saying? Throws coming out. Towards the corner we go. Nice whiff punish, but no conversion from Kaczynski. That was a big opportunity missed. Dakjosh was against the ropes, had that conversion went through. Now fighting back to mid-screen. But the check coming out, this one doesn't miss. Low on drive gauge, but Kaczynski keeping the offensive momentum is not going to be a problem. There's his 2 for 3 for real, for real. The DP goes down. Kaczynski going up. Round 1, game 2. Looking to even this up 1-1. Needs to do it in a convincing fashion. Take the wind out of Dakjosh's sails. Dakjosh, on the other hand, would love to close this out 2-0 right here, right now. Has the corner. Has level 2. Everything he needs to bring this round to a close. Can he execute, though? Big jump out. Big escape moment. Dakjosh with the life. It's even right now, so you just have to be careful here. Look at how tight Kaczynski is in keeping all this pressure. Mostly jabs, mostly cancels into fast specials. If there's any pressure coming in, it's off of plus frames from the drive rush canceling. Kaczynski just going to take both rounds consecutively, excuse me. A very convincing tying up in this set, 1-1. 1 game apiece for both players. What? All right. Everybody gets one, right? That's definitely like the Spider-Man moment. Rashid coming out, jumping like 9 times in the air, and then he just gets a cross up on you randomly. Okay, dog, sure. Whatever. We're right back where we started, though. Dakjosh, huge life deficit. Wouldn't be surprised if the DP came out there, but first it was the low forward DRC, neutral jump shimmy at the corner. No level 2 yet, and the super is going to call out the overhead. Super telegraph there. Kaczynski playing very heads up on the defense. Wow, I can't do that. That wasn't even a punish, was it? He just tried to go in behind it. Jesus Christ, Dakjosh getting smothered right now. Let him breathe, brother. You need a little gasp of life from Dakjosh here, please. Anything. Trying to stab in with the raw drive rush. Gets a conversion off the frame trap, and then the overhead. Okay, Kaczynski shaking his head, said, fuck, I shouldn't have gotten hit. Got hit by the bozo move. We love the bozo move, though. That's a lot of Street Fighter 6 is bozo action. That perfect parry side switch into the perfect the burnout into the DI splat. Kind of a clown car on stage right now. We're getting every moment we can into the vehicle. Nice bust out. Okay, 3 for 4. Dakjosh looking great on the ODDPs. No anti-air and all this pressure mounting. Such patience. Nice snipe. Staying fierce was at the mark. No spend, really. He'll take the throw instead. That was kind of an odd situation at the end. Dakjosh, a bit of a suboptimal conversion there, but you know, it's easy to say that in hindsight. I think he had the right idea in terms of the pacing decision-making, so he's kind of finding his footing here. Kaczynski's got to be careful. Set point for both players. Level 2 on screen with the super in Dakjosh's pocket. He will see one more super 2 this round. Good job on Kasiski for deflecting the first one. Basically nothing to show for it on Dak Josh's side. That's insane. Bar and a half on Dak Josh. Crowd strong DRC though. Kasiski's out. He's going to burn the super. Wants to get as much damage on the board. None of the super damage is going to build Dak Josh's super bar. So important to note that. Still the level 2 not in play yet. If Kasiski can just win outright without allowing that level 2 to get through, it would have been ideal. But now he's got to contest with it. Back against the wall. Just 2 drive gauges less than that now. What? Just running in, getting snatched up. Okay, and the jump right back out using that whirlwind. Who knows what side that tornado's on. Whoa. Huge whiffs, plus frame, keeping the pressure tight, mashing out at the end of it anyways, calling the bluff, and there is the splat. Dak Josh leaning back physically after getting hit by that DI. Almost hit him in real life, tries to reset, knows there wasn't enough. It was kind of a drop. He could have done the super. What the fuck is going on? Plus frames, the choke is in play. Almost out of burnout though, almost. What a grab, are you kidding me? Kasiski walking away with a little bit of robbery. It was definitely his to lose, and then he lost it, and then he found it again. Stole it right out from under Jack Josh's, I want to say his dirty little fingers, but he was looking kind of clean at the end. I just remember that really clean snipe on the stand fierce from Dak Josh where it was really like, okay, we're back, buddy. He was getting kind of rolled up, and then he just pulled up on a man with that stand fierce. That was heavy. All right, that was a sick match. Let's get into the next one. Can we score this? This is going to go. Who the fuck won that? It was Kasiski, right? It's hard to tell. Dude, I'm shaking. This is... And now Schnois for... Oh, man. Oh, okay. Jake Ryan, Schnois. Hard for me to say this match. Jake Ryan has really been buckling down in the bracket right now, so I'm going to kind of lean in his favor here. But I think Schnois has always plays so kind of calm and collected, similar to how I was talking about went low earlier. And we hit the mix. We didn't get hit by it. Okay. Have they played before? Yes. Dead even. Did they play earlier in the bracket? Hold on. So I remember this being 5-5. Or was that somebody else that Jake Ryan was 5-5 with? They didn't play, right? Do you see it? Do you see Schnois on the... Yes, okay, got it. So, haven't played yet. Oh, right. PL telling me about how the statistics works behind the screen. Anyway, Schnois bringing out the Mai against Jake Ryan. He did this before, and he actually beat Jake Ryan with the Mai, and I think it's something that worked in his favor, this off-character pick, because you feel a little disrespected when somebody's not bringing their A game versus your main. And, oh, sorry about that. Side switch, nicely done. But yeah, you kind of want to play into that emotional breach, so to speak. Also, such a, I don't want to, no disrespect to the hard-working, sweaty My players out there, such an easy character to optimize. So not a lot of homework you have to put in to kind of get up to speed, and it's a little frustrating to be working with your character. You know, your fortunate son there. You've put so much hard work into. This guy's played Mai for like 2 weeks, and he's cooking. It's just not fair feeling. Jake Ryan might fall victim to that sentiment. He's already lost 1 round. He's so explosive whenever he finds his moment. It's crazy. It's like, you know the offense is coming, but somehow he still manages to land it there. He's fading back for that DP, coming in meaty overhead. Not plus enough, though. Schnois challenging with the jab afterward. Just scrappy here. Both players respecting the frame data, though. Taking their turns and letting their turns be taken. The low tick throw gets a counter hit. Kind of a scramble situation, but EX Fireball forces the issue. Schnois tried to play a little bit ahead of it, but the spacing was off just slightly. Good job to Jake Ryan, not spacing that too closely. Avoiding the DP there in the sequence. What a shimmy. Yeah, see what I'm saying, man. He finds 1 hit and then he's just in. There's the characteristic Jake Ryan spin. It's just highly scaled, really unnecessary, but for the player matchup here, it's so valuable for him to maintain the offensive momentum. Just all that damage on screen. And he's not going to let up here. Fading back, looking for the jump, even putting the fireball on screen so much just to say, like, you should have jumped. I know you wouldn't. No, huge whiff punish on that misplaced low forward, though. And now all of a sudden, Jake Ryan back to the wall, close to burnout as well. This level 3 is going to do a lot of damage to his drive gauge. His resources are at an all-time low. How is he going to play the corner situation? Can't get burned out. Couple of roundhouses, both players. Burnout now. Dash forward, jab, jump out. Jake Ryan looking so clean in that escape, but getting tossed right back in. 2+, misses the fucking meaty. This is why you don't play your off character. Don't ever disrespect me. You gotta pick your fucking main. You gotta know what your frame date is, where your meaties are. You missed that? Oh, you must have been on this character for like 72 hours. That's too bad. That's too bad. We'll see what he does. Are we going back to character select? Are we sticking with it? No. He yields. He yields. Look at Ken squared up. He's ready. Jake Ryan feeling the same way as the Shoto on screen. Believe it. And Schnois moving to the Blanca, the classic, the tried, the true. I think this is a pretty good matchup for Blanca without consulting any statistics. Just feeling my gut there. And the gut is saying it's not bad for Blanca, especially with Jake Ryan. Jake Ryan likes to put the EX Fireball on screen, drive rush in behind it. One of his go-to options, the slide, really stymies that. Huge punish. He's got to have a better answer than that to the whip ball, but just a little slow on the pickup there. It's not really that bad of an answer. Now, who's going to have a harder time adjusting here? Is it going to be the player switching to a new character, or is it going to be the guy playing the new matchup? Go ball back in the corner, level 1, guess for game. He tried the DP there. You saw the jab come out. The crosscut just didn't make it in time. He's looking for an autocorrect. Didn't come out. It's unfortunate. That's one of those moments where you have to have like a super accurate crosscut. And the autocorrect's just not going to help you there, unfortunately. You got to have like 2 pixels worth of forward movement to let them cross over. Really hard to do. Okay. You saw Jake Ryan not go for the sweep that time. Instead, the parry gets grabbed, side switch, yeah. Momentum now on Schnois' side. Jake Ryan's got to find his way out of the situation. We haven't seen very characteristic on Jake Ryan's defense the wake-up DP. So he hasn't really found... Uh-oh. Quick drops. Nice DP. So deep. Gets him low. No level 3. Meaty Fireball, I like that. Looking for the level 1 wake-up. Okay. Sure. There's your EX DP. All right. Now moving to set point, Jake Ryan wants to get into loser semis against the likes of Kasiski. Winner of this set does stay in the hot seat when we move on to... oh, I'm sorry. We're going to move to winners finals first, of course. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's that late sweep. This time connecting, Jake Ryan delaying it deliberately there, looking for a bit of a fuzzy on Schnois' part. So inside Schnois' timing now is Jake Ryan. He's got the momentum on the decision-making, forces the activation on the level 2. Schnois has to make something happen with this meter spin. Forces the burnout. Yeah, Jake Ryan was trying to put the parry out there in order to regenerate that bar, but Schnois pulled up a little bit earlier, found the grab. Now just trying to hold the corner, yep. Jake Ryan was going in with the DP run. He saw the flames coming out. Not in time, though. Could have canceled it into the super, but just couldn't come out in time. Nice idea, though. Schnois is about to clean this one up. Level 2's almost out. He'll find it here. Yep. How's Jake Ryan going to bust out? He can. Tried to bait the DP. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. I'm getting sweaty here. This is nerve-wracking. I don't know how these guys do it. Biscuit in the background is like, fuck, bro. This is a little dicey. I know how you feel, man. Very close player matchup statistics there we saw as well. Nearly 50-50 split. So it's anybody's game right now. 1 game apiece. Round 1, game 3. This is losers top 6. Oh my god. I thought also that was a punish. Jake Ryan thought he fucked up there, but no. That looked a little slow, right? Okay. Drags him low, spinning all this bar. Yeah, he put his whole body into that TP. Bro, that's... People don't understand. You're not putting your whole fucking body into the 2x KO input. I'm just saying. Nice. Bro, the fucking Dragon Lash. 2 for 2 on these weird timings. Just intercepting shit that it shouldn't. Okay. All right, answers him back with his own stupid move. And then the side switch to top it off. Okay, same side. We're nasty. You're that unbelievable. You can't even be mad about that. Jake Ryan's like, fuck, dude. That was nice. Biscuit looking over, nodding. Like, that was nice, dude. I have never seen that. Okay. Nice sweep. Ken's got such great buttons. Jake Ryan putting them to good use, finding the pressure, baiting out the DP. Schnois loves to go to the DP off the tick pressure. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. Sometimes he can be stubborn. Whiff jab, gets grabbed by that Stand Fierce. We will cash out here to close the round out and move to final round. Set point for both players. Jake Ryan, 2 bars of super under his belt and also a perfect. Momentum is all on his side. Final round in this set. This is the last first of 2 of the evening, plus Frame City. Weird Dragon Lash coming at you again. Again, DP 3 for 3 in those now. On the nice fadeaway DP, playing that strong contain game by Jake Ryan. I'm writing that down in the little Shoto playbook. Side switch, nice block, nice block. It's an easy block, but sometimes you get caught out, especially in this clutch situation. Oh, huge. Could have been bigger, but it's a lot anyways. Low, blocked. Jake Ryan's, his defense is looking good. Forcing his way out of the corner, ending the string early. Not wanting to fall victim to the DP coming out by Schnois. No crosscut there. Jake Ryan, though, happily taking the side switch. There's the DP, 4 for 4. Hitting him low. DRC plus frame pressure's on. Had to hold my breath there with that DI on screen. Oh, my God. Trying to bait the DP. Jake Ryan's been coming up very soon. If I were a weatherman, I'd put it all in. No, he didn't do it. What? It's not raining at all. If I mindfuck Schnois, he's like, bro, I thought I was going to have 10 seconds in the Mind Palace. Instead, he's not spending. Are you kidding me? All right, level 2. Now it's his turn. Jake Ryan, 1 bar. Will he go for parry? He didn't. He tried before, and he got burnt for it, so this time he doesn't. Oh, my God, this is crazy. Yep. Oh, good on Jake Ryan for not sending it. Come on, stay clutch, bud. Stay clutch. Stay clutch. Oh, fuck. That's all right. That's all right. It's funny because I was thinking to myself just before when he hit that overhead, I was like, yes, okay, he didn't send it. Nice. And then he goes for it the second time. I would have sent it too. But it hurts. Well fought, man. That was a hell of a fucking set. Danny dancing up into the frame for winners finals here. Let me get the right scores on screen and whatnot. Did we score that? That was Jake Ryan lost. Schnois wins. Sorry. Oh, I have the mouse. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm asking you for. No, you're good. You're busy. What do we say? That was down to the wire. Schnois barely wins that one. Holy fuck. I'm sure Jake Ryan will tap in for some comms later on. Okay, Wimplo versus Danny. Excuse me, Wimplo versus Danny. This is JP versus Geef. This is not an easy matchup for Geef. We've seen Raihan send Danny to losers in this player matchup. I'm sorry, not this player matchup, this character matchup before. These two have played 1 time. Danny has taken that game. Not really surprising. The data is there, though. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. Wimplo there on stage left, Danny stage right. With a just insurmountable Salon rating. Fist bumps are out. We're going to get into it. Jake Ryan before talking about how different Wimplo's style is from Raihan in terms of how he plays JP. So, to see if that stylistic difference, how Danny takes the approach. I think how I characterized Wimplo before was very tenacious. I think that's a strong quality to have versus the likes of Danny, because Danny is so good at the Yomi game, the I know game, always playing a layer or 2 just out of your reach, and the mix-ups can be very, very frustrating to feel like somebody's in your head. But Wimplo looking very comfortable in those situations before. We've seen that same quality in Schnois. We've seen that same quality in Raihan sometimes as well. Not always, but sometimes. And I think that's one of the strongest qualities you need to try and take a game on Danny. Let alone set. First to 3 here as well. DRC reset off the stand light kick. Towards the corner we go. No whiff punish on that sweep. That's noticed. That is noticed. It's data in the data banks. Danny looking for any parry he can find there during that barrage. There was nothing. Sniffs out the double ghost. Goes for the big splat. No level 3 conversion there, but the The end is nigh. He knew it. Game 2 underway. What's the adjustment from Wimplo? He saw the double ghost before. Danny was calling it out instantly. The double jump there. The old pogo gets him. It seems like Wimplo's got to tighten his sequences up here a little bit. Danny's starting to get a good read on how he likes to build the house. Gotta get away from the corner. Portal's gonna get him out. Nice defense. Stand light kick. Tries to reset one more time. It would have been for the match. For the round, excuse me. Wimplo smartly jumping away, but back jumping. No neutral jump to find the punish, and for that reason, Danny still playing the containment game on the corner. Now Wimplo finally finding his way out, finding the throw. Could find the DI here as well. You see Danny trying to take to the skies to get away from the trap situation. Barely coming out of burnout. Oh my god. Wimplo trying to close the gap. I thought he was going to go for a throw there. The drive reversal. Blocking everything. Getting caught by the sweep. 2 sweeps. He's thinking about it. Danny just a layer ahead there. That double sweep. The little stagger in between. Knows you're trying to walk out. Sees the patience on the blocks. Ooh, huge cross-up jump though. Lariat doesn't hit. Grabs him. Okay. Has level 3 here though. Just needs one more hit, one more SPD to make level 3, get the game, and there it is. Finding the space though, Wimplo with the stand forward. Overhead. We will spin here. Going to the final round now. Gasp of life, but this is going to be tough. You definitely want at least a level 2. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. You definitely want at least a level 2 for JP in order to force the mix-up here. So no super on board versus level 3. From Danny. The Geef super so strong. OD safe. Yeah. Interesting to go for the drive rush right in. Maybe looking for an SPD to get through the... Yep. Nice step forward. Not much to show for it though. Reset. Yeah, level 3. Don't think you're dead here, but guess for game coming up. It's going to be sending it with the overhead. We know the matchup. Kenji with the perfect answer. Even I knew the overhead was coming. That was crazy. So, Danny just trying to run the chart. Kenji familiar with what the chart looks like. Now Danny going up 2-0 over Wimplo. Wow. Those 3 bars off the DRC at the start getting absorbed by the Stand Fierce. I mean, that was... Wimplo's got to regain that gauge. No, the stand light kick. DRC finds the punish counter to halt the generation there. Now Danny finding the reset off the plus frames. Not really a reset, but you know. Stagger. Anti-air. Corner now. Finds him low. Guess for game. Nice jump out, but... a bit of a weird, yeah, you'd see he didn't switch over, so he thought he was going to be facing the other way when he put that button out, and in fact he was not. So, odd scramble situation. Danny, the button that was already there. Oh, reset? Okay. Could have just gone with the low, but tries to reset into the overhead. Both those options as combo starters do offer a lot of scaling, so... Danny showing the parry, immediately going through, I know, right? I was going to say... Command grab coming next, right? So Kenji trying to rotate to the next option immediately. Danny now just calling that out. Fuck, man. Are you dead here? Potentially. Yep. The games, the tenacity, you know. Fuck, man. I don't even know what to say. Score this real quick. Holy shit. I mean, that was rough. I will say for the tenacity, it was a 3-0, but that was like a slow 3-0, bro. You know, we got to give him some credit where credit's due. The 3-0 took a second. Okay. Heading down to the loser side is Wimplo, and so are we. Kasiski and Schnois next up to the plate. It's going to be Bison versus probably Blanca. Schnois doesn't really want to play the mirror Kasiski is a previously Kami player, previously Akuma player. Doubt those characters are coming out should the Bison mirror appear, so Bison Blanc is my call here. Could see a weird Honda pick or my pick from Schnois as well, but I assume, you know what, I won't assume. He's picked some crazy characters in the past that I don't agree with, and I won't even make any assumptions anymore. Stage left, Kasiski. Stage right, Schnois. They've played several times before. 6 games in total. Schnois on the losing end of that game. Losing into that ratio, excuse me. We're seeing the Mai from Schnois first. I don't necessarily disagree. You know, Mai, very strong character. A lot of people putting her anywhere between best in the game to underneath everybody else that's the best in the game. So it's like you can't lose picking a character like this. Can't lose at the character select screen at the very least. Schnois looking skyward, trying to recollect. The data, the character. Getting familiar again. And here we go. This is a first of 3. Don't forget, losers semis is upon us here. On the left side, Schnois with the Mai. On the right, Kasiski and Bison. So Kasiski likes to play a slower, more footsies focused style, and with a character like Bison, just a footsies juggernaut, often can find the initiative in the neutral in order to force you to play back and allow him to put his normals out there. Mai kind of similar actually, just not as good in that precise quality. You know, she's looking to get EX Fan on the board, but in the character matchup, EX Psycho Crusher, great answer there. So I think this would favor Bison on paper. But Schnois is a player that has some patience himself. So if we're going to be playing the footsies game, ultimately, I think he's going to fare pretty well regardless of what character he picks here. Overhead, meaty, not meaty enough though. You can get a punish there. Siski not familiar with that. I think everybody knows. Or is it only some characters, some supers and stuff like that? Maybe Bison's super a little bit too slow. Got 1 round apiece. Kasiski shaking his head, not happy with that round, but we will take those, as the saying goes. Corner position, low on drive gauges, Kasiski, but interesting air normal came out for Schnois, neutered all of that momentum he had. Kasiski looking pretty clean on the whiff punishes here. The footsies are in place. Finding the grab from the bomb. Schnois will take that 2 times. Has to. 3 times? No. Gets called out on the backdash attempt, and that's it. Are we going to go back to character select? We may. In fact, we might. I'm sorry. I wouldn't go back. Excuse me. It's a first of 3. Fuck it, brother. Run this? Yeah, we're not going back. And here we go. I think he was looking pretty good. Huge sweep whiff, but no whiff punish. That stand roundhouse from Mai so strong. Forcing that stand fierce in response to whiff, so the neutral jump can find it. Now we're at the corner. Schnois low on drive gauge. Just has to run offense here to get that gauge back up. Or take a bunch of hits to the face. That'll work too. It's not as efficient, but it works. You see how it's steadily building that drive gauge. Now we're back in offensive territory. Going to top it off with the super wake up. Plus frames. What a hold parry from Siski. Yeah. That was the moment to win the round for Schnois. Let it slip between his fingers. Now Kosiski bearing down in the corner. Burnout found. No super. The grab. Ooh. Huge whiff. Trying to zoom in the wrong camera. My fault. My fault. Stand medium kick, the classic. Kosiski tilting his head. It's the first time we've seen that button really in a long time. Come on, bro. All right, I'm locked in. What do we got here? Mid-screen whip punish is huge. Back against the wall. Wow. Feeling cheated right now. It's Kosiski. That crouch fear is getting caught out. Maybe a little too early. Not sure. There's the perfect parry. We get a side switch here? No. Just wants the bomb. We'll get out of the corner. That's fine. There's the side switch. DP, though. I think the guy in the back's like, don't fight, wait. Sorry, dude, we're throwing down. Huge. Whoa. What a whiff. There it is. One round apiece. Kosiski looking to go up 2-0 here. Should he lock this round in? Schnois, on the other hand, looking to even the setup 1-1. This is a huge game right now. Towards the corner we go. Back to mid-screen. The double jump. Catching Kosiski off guard, sneaking in the tick throw. We're just getting weird with it. I like it. Kosiski a little bit more of a traditionalist, I would say. You know, he wants to play the game as it should be played. Schnois being weird, throwing him off. He should have hit character select instead. He stayed stubborn on this bullshit character, and he's going to take a dub. Okay. Thinking about it. Tilted ahead, a nod. We warm it up. Schnois with the prayers out. Yep. Even Jake Ryan getting in on the nod. Here we go. One game apiece. Loser semis. This is a first to 3. Huge. We're going to the corner off this with the bomb. What's Schnois' answer? He's not afraid to DP, will he? No. Blocks the overhead, takes the throw. Go right back in it, though. Tries to mash. Kosiski generally keeping his strings very tight unless you give him a reason not to. So Schnois has to start giving him a reason. That was not the time. Tried to go for the parry there to force his opponent to try and open up those gaps downstream, but Kosiski calling it out. Nicely spaced, stand fierce. To the corner we go. The bomb is on. We've seen the sequence so many times, but the drop conversion. Delays from both players. Trying to hide their inputs in some blocks done here. No, went favorably to Schnois on the side switch for a moment there. But then Kosiski was quickly able to regain the corner position and just flush it out. I mean, this is a convincing game. Would not be surprised, I would not blame Schnois if he went to character select here and now. You know, I think the Mai has served the purpose, yeah. But she could pull it out as well. It hasn't been looking shabby at all. But we're heading back to the old reliable big green machine. Who the fuck is saying that? Did you hear that? $25 on the line here. Who the fuck is that? Dude, you got the TV like right in front of the camera pan. Oh, it's fucking Jake. Dude, of course it's Jake. $25 on the line. Oh, it's because he's behind. I'm trying to find Jake Ryan back there calling it out. The play-by-play. It's true. $25 are on the line. There he is. The one, the only. He's here for it. We're here for it. Kasiski up 1 game, and this is not tennis rules. You do not have to win by 2. This is it. This is going to be set point should he find and bag round 1. The tick throw comes out off the throw initially, off the jump, and excuse me. He's trying to get a little tricky with it with the DR low. Getting punished now, throwing in the corner. You got to take a few lickings for that one. Okay. Kasiski backing off. Wants to regain that cage to jump back into the scissors. Trying to play safe. Maybe attempted a parry there. I don't know if he uses the macro or not. Oh, the dash forward, not in time. Tried to get kind of a delay tech reaction out of his opponent. You saw him go for the stand roundhouse there. There it is again. Oh, it's actually just the real punish. He just mistimed it last time. Excuse me. And then the shimmy, so strong. Yep, you are dead, sir. This character's bullshit. Doesn't even need to spend super. Are you kidding me? Set point for Kasiski. Schnois is... He's got to find something here. Show us a sign of life here, brother. Come on. Less frames. Staggers, okay. Okay, weird time scissor. Cycling it with the stand fierce. Another one. Ooh, huge chance though for Schnois off that throw whip. Just trying to stay away from the corner. You see Schnois taking up so much space. Walk backwards like 1 time, and then he's like, all right, we're mid-screen. I'm gobbling it up. Forces the activation just to get to the corner here. The stage position is everything, especially when the resources are so low. Kasiski, knowing that, tries to get the hold parry there. It's not happening. The jump out. And look how careful Schnois is being, trying to avoid some sort of a counter. Nice empty jump. Very even here. Oh my god, until that happened. The escape. Calm and collected. Schnois' back is against the wall, but he is remaining cool, no doubt. Super's going to hit him. He doesn't care. We're on to the next one. This is a set point for Kasiski this round. 2 super bars for Kasiski. Air to air. Trading it back and forth. Takes the throw. Can't take another one. Staggers. Another. Ooh. Oh my. Yeah. Over. Rough, dude. Rough stuff. Nicely done. I like the composure there in the final hour. Well done to Schnois. Well fought. Even if it was a final score 1-3, I felt like his he wasn't really cracking. He couldn't come up with the gas in order to cross the finish line, you know. So again, looking back on the Maya, she put in work, chose to stick with it off the first L, and maybe could have switched earlier, but you got to get some experience with the character, and I think she's looking stronger. So now a potential bracket threat, the Mai, and going to be able to rely on her more reliably in the future. Up next to the plate for losers finals. This is going to be Wimplow and Kasiski. I would say Kasiski's the favored player here. Danny has basically flattened both these guys in their last run-ins. So this is the match. Oops, excuse me. Let me fix that. There we go. 1 player match before between these two, and it went to Wimplow, strangely enough. So he's got the favored win rate, even though he's behind on the Salon rating, behind on the best placement. I'm interested to see the conflict of styles here. Both these players willing to be patient. I think Wimplow fairly hard to deter from his game plan. Kasiski kind of sticks to a pretty traditional approach, looking for the basic stuff, keeping it basic until you give him a reason not to. Not sure what to expect here. I haven't seen these guys play enough. Let's get into it. Got the horse, of course. Gotta have the horse. I think the horse would be jealous if they added Dudley and then he has his car. Anyways. The stand fierce, plus frames are out. Wimplow looking for something with that stand medium kick. He's not going to find it, not yet. Nice anti-air. There's the neutral jump. Strong, so good. So much range. And there's Kasiski playing slow. Looking for a big whiff here. Looking for an opportunity. Ceding the initiative to Wimplow here. Wimplow putting a couple portals on screen. Happy to take it. Burning some gas. Doesn't get much to show for it. The perfect parry. Finally, Kasiski finds something small. Game of inches being played here right now. No big explosive exchanges. Just a grind. 60 seconds left on the clock. Another small conversion. Tagging him low 2 times, second time's a charm. Bombs planted. Corner plus frames, trying to find the parry afterwards. It wasn't there. It was a delayed parry as well. Wimplo looking for those big buttons. Knows that these strings aren't too tight. Ziski convincing in that round. This is a first to 3 losers finals. Yeah. What's the mix? Just staggered, dude. Oh my god. Allowing him to hang himself. Wimplo going to the well of some higher risk options than he necessarily needs to. You know, he's throwing the parry out there. Look at the double dash in now, playing a little bit more unorthodox. Kasiski trying to build that foundation of such patient play makes it harder for Wimplo to anticipate when these explosive stabs are going to come into play. Kasiski doing a good job of leveraging all that patient play he's built up. Nice anti-air to contain game. Stubborn from Wimplo, though, not deterred. Jumps out, escapes a bad position. Very, very good jump. Kasiski, though, right back at you, the level 3. Not enough to kill. Heavy scaling here. So Wimplo has a chance. Oops, shit, fuck. Hit the wrong button there. Don't worry about that. My fingers are backwards here right now. Kasiski with the lean and sit tap. You see him shaking his head like, oh, fuck. Got caught with the lean and sip. Yeah, you know. I wasn't going to say anything, dude, but if you're going to acknowledge it, then I will, I guess. Oh, that was pretty funny. Plus frames. Dude, the fellas are back there yapping. I don't even know if they're talking about the game. I think they just look like they're talking about something. Big screen. You know, I think Wimplo could take this set. I mean, it just looks so convincing in Kasiski's favor. But the thing is, we saw some of that explosive stabbing in work from Kasiski where he kind of played off of his more traditionalist foundation. You know, he's trying to stick to the footsies. He's trying to give his opponent rope to hang himself. The longer he plays that, the less effective it gets. That's why he has to make those explosive offensive plays. I think he may be starting to reach a little bit too deep when he chooses to stab in, and Wimplo may gain a good, put a good thumb on the pulse of when Kasiski wants to make those stabbing in. So it's hard to say. Up around. Back to mid-screen, portals up, Kasiski dashes right back in, stealing the turn, the overhead's out. He's getting a little weird with it again. And we're on the final round here. I think Kasiski favored here in the player matchup, so very, very important game for Wimplo to keep this, you know, at parity, so to speak. 1-1 would be crucial. Allowing Kasiski to get ahead 2 games in a row is just almost an insurmountable set at that point. Huge, nice reaction. And Kasiski with these staggers, these delays, safe buttons in the neutral. He's screening against these options. Wimplo trying to size up the timing on when Kasiski wants to stab in with something kind of random. Didn't find it that time. Wow, what an anti-air, bro. Nice block, but Jesus Christ, the anti-air from the stay roundhouse is crazy. We take 3 of these, don't we? Tried to backdash, though. Gets caught by the delayed jab. Nicely done. Kasiski looking so... Hold on, let me look away. Let's get a little sippy in there. All right, let's go. 2 games straight. No disrespect. I think this is a wrap now. Nice whiff punish. Huge. PL as a Bison player is enraptured, right? I mean, he's paying attention. He sees the Bison. Oh, fortunate trade for Kasiski to keep the corner there. Wimplo would give anything to be out, especially with so much drive gauge under his pocket to start running offense. Kasiski smartly trying to chip away at it. Should he make his escape, he wants to limit those options. Okay. Willing to just take the jump in, doesn't want to challenge. Yep, willing to just take the DI, but it was too tight of a string with the crystal. It locks it out. The splat. And true to style, Kosiski just allowing his opponent to do what they want to do and picking up what he can, and it amounts to enough. The problem is that strategy versus Danny. Danny playing so much cleaner. Kosiski starts having to get into the less of a comfortable space from his usual style. Okay. Yeah. Good answer. Uh-oh. Okay. Second time works. Bro. Frame trap city right here. Yep. Safe jump coming in. Nice round from Kenji. Needed that one. Got to find a lot of momentum. And honestly, the theme of his play tonight has just been undeterred. Doesn't care. You know, he's not. It's not that he doesn't care about the match. He's just not getting in his feelings about what's not working for him. Willing to try new stuff that he needs to. We saw him like send the DI earlier. It didn't work, but that's all right. So we could find the solution still. It's very possible. Kosiski now, he's been playing that safe game for a while. He's got to start changing it up. This is where Wimplo could snipe one of those change-ups. Yeah, perfect parry off that walk forward jump. That was a small change-up from Kosiski. What's the next one? Man, backing off so far. Big step backwards. Yeah. Catches the whiff, though. Side switch? No, he switches in the animation, right? No, it is a side switch. Okay. Yeah, you can. I forgot what side he was on. Oh, no. Rare missed execution there. Kosiski flubbing a bit. Would have found that grab. Now an opportunity for Wimplo, and you know, normally somebody that could be deterred by running aground with what strategies you're trying to use. When given this opportunity, you're just not locked in enough. But Wimplo, he's here, he's ready, he's present. Nice check. Okay, plus frames, trying to keep it tight. Woo, that crowd strong. It's out there, bro. That thing's a nemesis. 25 seconds left, even. Level 3 for Wimplo. Has level 2 to force a mix should he want to in the final hour. There it is! We got a match. Well done, Wimplo. Looking casuals. I mean, it's just, I'm distracted by the sippy cups, dude. This guy, it takes every ounce of strength for me to not say something about sippy cups. And here we go. Bro, he's fucking 1 for 3 on that, but that's what I'm saying. Undeterred. You got to keep representing it, and Kosiski didn't get a good punish either. So might as well. Oh. Right? Back throw. Looking to bait Amnesia or something. I don't know what the back throw was there. Okay. Flexing the perfect parry and just holding down back. I like it. Looking for the EX pressure, perhaps. That was nice. Wimplo, though, kind of staggering that full screen pressure. Didn't get caught. Kosiski now at a life deficit. So important to note that Wimplo has found the lead here. Rarely is he working from the front end. It's normally coming from the back. Best frames here. Faking him out. Doing a good job. All the threat of that, the ghost that he's just been YOLOing is heavy on the scale right now. Heavy on the scale. And if Kosiski shows parry too many times, he'll fucking do it, bro. He's crazy. Oh, my God. There it is. Not enough, but close. Kosiski low on gauge. He'll spend it. 100%. Bro, he did not spend anything. Why didn't you spend anything? What? Oh, no, bro. Why didn't he spin, bro? Okay, it's not for me to judge. Oh, PL saying he burned himself out in the middle of the round. He did the EX bomb ender, though. Can't you spin off that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. These are questions for, history to answer when it's being studied by historians. Not now. Not in the present here. Dude, is Wimplo going to go 2 rounds straight in this game? That would be huge. Plus? Yeah? Oh, punish? No, no punish. Staggered a little bit. Tried to find something there. I don't know if that was just a gap in knowledge. I think it was. Unfortunate. You see just a small wrinkle. That little missing piece where I think even Kosiski was like, fuck, no punish there on the light scissors. Throws him off base for just a second. Allows Kosiski to even it back up. Trying to fake him out now. Trying to cash in on all the YOLO command grab ghosts. Huge stagger. Kosiski closing that round out. Moving to set point. Here we go. Huge to start out with. Again. Do we have a third? We certainly do. We might as well go for fourth. Yep. Side switch is huge here, though. Wimplo has to put in work now. Okay. Not really work, but he's not getting hit. That's the best part. Damn. I think you're dead. Not quite, not quite. Because Kosiski taking losers finals. Danny rising from the spectator slot to... You got to give him a second. I got a chair, bro. Oh, no, he's heading out front. I thought he was getting ready to get in there. Shit, man. I kind of thought, you know, Wimplo, I thought he was coming in hot with that. I thought that was happening. No, no. Third place. What did I fucking seed him as? 11th? Thanks for blowing my seeding out, dude. Appreciate that. Okay. His first top 8. Nice. Appreciate you keeping me honest with the statistics, PL. Let's take a look at his path here. Wimplo made it all the way to winner's side. Top. Oh, no. Moved it all the way to winner's finals. Lost it. Oh, yeah. He got flattened. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. Managed to beat Jake Ryan. This is crazy right here. Managed to beat K-pop. This is crazy right here. Sweet Benji. No clue who that is. You out of here? Okay. Adios, adios. Jake Ryan saying goodbye. Whoop. That's a huge backpack. It's okay. I was just making note of it. It's brushing the wall. It's not about the wall. It's funny. Okay, let's get into this fucking set. Get me out of here. Kosiski, you know, they've played 15 times. Kosiski's found a dub. That 6.7% means a lot, though, bro. Don't play it down. That bracket back there, did you see him looking at it? No, you're looking at your phone. Everybody's looking at their fucking phone. Fuck, man. All right, last time, if I recall correctly, this was it was rough. It was difficult. And no disrespect. It was just like, fuck, dude, what do you even do here? So, we'll see. It's just Kosiski needs to reach a little bit deeper in those Yomi rotations. You know, Danny always quick to adapt. He chooses when to adapt, when to remain stubborn very astutely. So, he staggers from Kosiski going in for that grab. Nice long walk. Saw the whiff jab, baited the parry reaction from Danny trying to bait and punish the stand fierce. So Kosiski familiar with the matchup here. He no doubt saw that. And that's what I mean about Danny moving on to the next layer. You saw that he was already ready to whiff punish the stand jab. You had the sweep out there. He's getting kind of caught up in the scramble, but Kosiski, now what's the next rotation? This is where it gets difficult. Yeah, just the crouch strong. Okay, fade back, crouch strong. Catches a blow with the DI. That's going to do it for round 1. Strong start. Look at Danny working his way in. Kosiski not offering much of a challenge. Finally does, only when Danny goes for the raw drive rush and gets scooped to 5 frame. I think this is a matchup that's slightly in Geef's favor here because of just kind of the ranges and how Bison's buttons layer. Would you say that, PL? Is that how you would say? I think Geef players would be like, you are insane, Bison's insane. Anyways. Stand medium kick. Danny putting out all the right buttons here. PL telling me that he thinks Geef wins in this game. I'll take it. I'll take it. Most frames, okay. DRC, the tech is out. Kosiski down a couple bars, trying to chip away at Danny. We'll take that. It's not intentional, but we'll take that. Air has the corner. Level 3 comes out. This is not bad. This is probably the best situation where you want to eat level 3. You have your opponent in the corner. You have full bar. You almost have level 3 yourself. This is workable. Oh my god, dude. A little wiggle from Danny, so intimidating. Raw drive rush into a small wiggle. Stand light kick so good. Screen in the neutral, it kind of serves two different purposes. You know, it's a little bit difficult to whiff punish. You have to use a sweep. You have to use kind of a more precise whiff punish. So without that precise whiff punish on deck, it also acts as a bait to bait whiff punish attempts, those imprecise whiff punish attempts. So it's part of what made Luke's crouch strong very good as well. Of course, it's not packing as much damage. But being able to get inside off the stand light kick on block, on hit, the resets, there's just so much value off the cancel itself as opposed to the damage cash out for a character like Eve. And such a strong footsie tool as well. Big splat, calling out the parry, showing a tight string, provoking the parry. And now keeping it tight to level 2. Is this a double P? I think so, sir. Oh, a bit of a belabored one. Ziski shaking his head thinking, I don't know what I'm trying to do there because Lariat's so strong in that specific situation. Is it? I mean, is it? I don't think it's PL. What do you think? Beating Lariat with Devil's Reverse is not really easy, right? Because Lariat's kind of shitty in cross-up, so I don't really know. Yeah, okay. Sure. It's a little bit, but not really. That was huge. Great Oki off the back throw. Man, he's just staggering. He's waiting. He's like, go ahead, wake up Super. I know you're scared. Kasiski trying to stay cool. Tags him with the low, gets the bomb back to mid-screen. No spin. Confident. Drive reversal safe. And then tagging the sweep attempt. Danny looking for the shimmy there. Kasiski just keeping it tight with the stand jab. To the corner we go. Sweep finds it. Nice anti-air. It's the EX as well. Gives him a good Oki. Yep. Gasp of life with this reversal. Danny 2 games up over Kasiski. Winner's side. Kasiski, though. I was going to say, as the round, he is on game point here. Danny moving the tournament point. Kasiski has level 2 here. Huge whiff on the stand fierce. He's just starting to put those buttons out there. Danny no longer standing where Kasiski thinks he will be. Despite being so big and slow, is Keith looking fairly nimble in the neutral game. Yeah, there's a little emotion sometimes that comes out of Danny, but we got to give him something to fucking emote at. You know, it's just this is like business as usual right now. I saw a small head tilt right there. I was just a mere recalculation. Yeah, Infectious. Yeah, man, Infectious was stone cold, dude. Shades of OG Daigo. It's crazy how Daigo's like lackadaisic expression has changed. Okay. Oh, that's game. And Danny once again taking first place at the weekly. PL heading out there to move the television out of the way of the camera. You see that big bar on the right. Kasiski, though, I mean, he was. That's just, again, you can see it in the footsies early on in the set how Danny's just so much more familiar with the depth of the rotation options there, and there's just not necessarily a lack of knowledge on Kasiski's part, but a lack of practicing that level of depth and rotating those options in the neutral game. So it just takes time. It's raw games put in, it's experience put in, it's practice put in. Looks like Danny's heading out. Let's end the bracket, take a look at the results here. Come on, bro. Just one. There we go. There we go. There it is. So Kasiski making it to second place. Well done. An arduous run to the loser's side as well. I saw him 8-2. I know there was another talented Bison player sent to losers early on that made quite a deep run. So our Bison players being put through the paces. Element 4-2 in 7th. You saw Jake Ryan in 5th place with 4-2. Schnois at 4th. Wimplow as well. But from the top, Danny first place, Kosiski second place. Third place to Wimplow. Really, the shout-outs to Wimplow for having such a strong performance tonight was not expected. I had him at about 11 seating, but he really stepped up the game. And JP, a really strong character, he really put in the work. So, well done. Schnois, fourth place, followed up by Jake Ryan, fifth place. That's a tough wall for Jake Ryan to breach there, the Schnois, Wimplow, Kosiski wall. So, not a bad placement at all, fifth place considering the 4 players above you here. Followed by Dak Josh, tied fifth. Where the fuck is the thing here? And Element and Huge Biscuit tied for 7th. Oh, pretty nice performance by everybody. Yeah, we need to get Papa out here, dude. Biscuit saying his salutations or whatever the fucking, the opposite of that. Later, brother. He's out of here. Is everybody else pointing their fingers and shit at each other? Yep, they're saying goodbye. That's what that is. All right, gang. I guess we're going to raid somebody, all right? Thanks for watching. Of course, remember, May 31st, we do have a $4,000 prize pool quarterly. Last day of May, the final Saturday of May. $4,000 on the line. Big prize pool to work with. A full top 8 payout, $1,500 first place, $1,000 second place, $500 third place. We do have tiebreakers for 5th and 7th, so we won't have any ties like here and here. It'll be staggered, the prize payout all the way through top 8. We want to make sure that we don't have 2 5th, 2 7th. We want to get the actual full top 8 payout to be accurate. These are all 240 hertz monitors. You know, the setups are awesome. Just come through, come play. It's a nice place to be. Seattle, a little pricey, but you know, you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw it over to somebody else that's a little bit more entertaining than me. And you want to do a raid? Good timing. I'm dying here. I'm dying. There's nothing left to watch. We could check out M. Bison. What? 90th. Oh, no. Yeah. The next one is the 90th. This was the 89th. Give me a year and I'll make something happen. All right, come on, Papa. Yeah, he needs a year. Transfer his job. You need to be more entrepreneurial, bro. Entrepreneurial. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make your job come to you. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Don't listen to me. I don't think anybody's listening to me. What's up? I'm on the Bison, dude. You're raiding. We're raiding. Where are we headed? It's just not cheap, though. Yeah, it's not. Raid Doma, but he got off. That Big Bison's so sick. Hey, you could come and see it in person, bro. You could dress up and be Bison. Now, you know how sick that would be if you cosplayed as Bison at every fucking weekly? You know how hard that would go, bro? People would be watching your stream. They'd be like, that's the Bison streamer. Let me tune in to Papa Cap. He's literally in Bison. He's sick. All right, what do we want? We're rating John Takeuchi. All right. What do we countdown? 10 seconds. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Shout outs to our top 8 here. Well done, everybody. What is it? Danny, Kosiski, Wimplow, Schnois, Jake Ryan, Dak, Josh, Huge Biscuit, and Element. Appreciate everybody coming out. We'll see you next Friday. Let's go.